So good evening to all the respected participants. I'm Dr. Anu C.H. I'm the co-coordinator for this program. So I currently serve as Assistant Professor and Area Chair of Business Analytics at MCC Boy Tandon School of Business. So on behalf of MCC Boy Tandon School of Business, it gives me immense pleasure to warmly welcome each one of you to our AICTE Atal FDP scheduled from October 27th to November 1st, 2025. We are delighted to have participants from diverse institutions joining us for this hands-on and application-oriented FDP. So over the next 6 days, we will focus on practical learning using Python through Google Colab and R programming using RStudio, ensuring every participant gain real-time experience with the tools and techniques discussed. So this program is designed to be highly interactive with sessions that encourage experimentation, collaboration with insightful discussions. So your engagement throughout the program will make the learning experience truly meaningful. So today is day one, and we are excited to embark on this collaborative journey of knowledge enhancement, innovation, and skill development. So it is my privilege to invite a distinguished academic leader for the formal inauguration of this FDP. Please join me in welcoming Dr. P. David Jawahar, Director, MCC Boy Tandon School of Business, Chennai. So Dr. P. David Jawahar is a distinguished academician and visionary leader in management education with over 30 years of experience. He has completed his MBA from Bharatadasan Institute of Management, followed by a PhD in OB, Organizational Behavior, from University of Madras. He has held several prestigious academic and administrative positions, including Registrar, University of Madras, Professor and Center Head, BIM, Dean Research and Director, Zyme Chennai. Dr. Jawahar is the recipient of the Devang Mehta Award for the Best HR Teacher and has led 6 international management conferences. He has also served as the chief editor of a reputed journal in management research. He is a certified transactional analyst, certified life coach, and an engaging storyteller known for his impactful teaching style. His corporate training expertise spans leading organizations such as Capgemini, Bell, HLL, Healthcare, Tefe, Apollo Tyres, Southern Railways, and MRF. He has published extensively in top journals, authored and edited 5 books, and successfully guided several PhD scholars. His global exposure include academic and professional visit to countries like Japan, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Malaysia, and Singapore. So Dr. Jawahar's passion for human development, innovative learning, and leadership excellence continue to inspire scholars and institutions across the country. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Anu, for the very generous introduction. Good evening to all the participants. On behalf of the Madras Christian College Boy Tandon School of Business, let me welcome you one more time. This is a very proud moment for all of us. And before I go into the details of the program and other things, let me introduce the MCC Boy Tandon School of Business. This is an offshoot of the 188-year-old Madras Christian College. It's one of the oldest institutions in India. And recently, we have started the Boy Tandon School of Business. And it's not just another B school, but as we have always claimed, it's an institution that makes managers who are ready from the day that they pass out from our college. So there are very many innovative things that we do. But at the core of all our activities is a very strong academic program. And that strong academic program has been made possible because of the untiring efforts of teachers. And 2 of those teachers are showcased here in the form of Dr. Murli Ramchandran and Dr. Anu. They are 2 of our youngest faculty members, but their youth should not be misconstrued because they more than make up with their talents. So that is about the Boy Tandon School of Business. Of course, we invite you to come and visit our website to know more about the exciting things that we do. at the Boy Tandon School of Business. In a short span of time, we have made a tremendous name for ourselves. And we have also created great inroads into the corporate world. Now, this program of applications of R, Python, and bibliometric tools in research with systematic literature review is actually a very popular program that these two very talented teachers have been doing in other FTPs also. But this time, we have had the opportunity of doing it in the form of an Atal sponsored program. So the program itself is spread over 7 days and is divided into 13 sessions. Now, what makes this program very useful to you has already been highlighted both by Dr. Murli and also by Dr. Anu, is that we take this practical approach, not only for these FPPs, but also in our classrooms. So following the same tradition, we would be doing the same thing here, and we would be avoiding too much of these theoretical concepts. And we would love to make you into practitioners in this short span of time. It'll be very focused, and to add to the variety of teaching that we are going to bring into this program. Of course, the two of these teachers, Dr. Murli Ramchandran and Dr. Anu, will be anchoring the program. But what will make this program a lot more richer is the sort of expertise we have drawn both from academia as well as the corporate world. So you will be joined and you will be getting inputs from people from Infosys, Sunway Business School, Malaysia, VIT University, the National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli, Athena Health, IBM, University of Hyderabad, University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, USA, and so on. So I do not want to bore you with a long inaugural speech. I only sincerely hope that this is the first of several intellectual get-togethers that we shall have. And I wish the program all the very best. And may all this learning make the world a better place to live in.
అది ఒక్కసారి ఇప్పుడు ఫామ్ ఫిల్ చేసింది కదా ఒక అమ్మాయి గ్రూప్ లో మెసేజ్ పెట్టింది కదా
Dr. Ramesh,
అడగమ్మా ఫోన్ చేసి
Dr. Ramesh,
ఓకేనా
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for joining us. And I want to wish you all great learning and a very good evening. Thank you all very much. Over to the organizers to take forward this program. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, dear participants, our session will begin at 6:30. Mr. Venugopal from Infosys will be hosting the session. So, before that, if you have any queries, please, we are ready to address your queries. So, we'll wait for other participants also to join. So, exact at 6:30, we'll start our session. Okay.
A browser, Anu, shall we?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Shall I proceed with the dynamics?
Yes, sir. We'll proceed, sir.
Okay. Right. So, good evening to all the participants. Let me be very brief. Just 5-10 minutes, I will close my briefing and we'll start the session. So, I'm Dr. Murli. I'm one of the coordinator of this program. The reason behind starting this program is usually the social science researchers are very good in doing the research which is based on the primary data. But there are some hundreds of secondary data are available easily. We can scrap from the website. We can do a social sentiment analysis using our Python program. But nowadays it is getting very popular. Usually the researchers from the computer science background only used to do these type of researches, getting the sentiments from the trip advisors, getting it from Yelp, getting it from Airbnb, getting it from travel and tourism websites. Usually, since they know the coding and everything, they used to do that. So in management research, it is also got slowly adopted into it. So we are also started using that. So it is not always necessary that you should know coding. You hope you all been using SPSS all these days. SPSS also operates in the coding background only. However, we are not directly coding. Everything has been made it as a syntax, and directly we are using it in the user interface. But now, for doing all the advanced analysis, codings are available today. So it is not always that you need to type the coding. Our ultimate aim is not to teach you the code, but at the same time, you have to understand the code and then you have to write the code. So many pre-written codes for analysis. For example, in our everyday life, we used to have descriptive statistics. We used to have the normal distribution curve. We used to find out the simple percentage analysis. We used to do cluster analysis. We used to do discriminant analysis. So all these analysis are always available in Python and R program with a simple code by just uploading the program. So what is the difference between the SPSS and everything? Let me tell you, there are hundreds of secondary data are available. For example, government databases like economic poverty data will be available. People who purchase the electronic vehicles, that data will be available. So people who are using credit cards, that data is available. And people who dislike the diesel engines, that data is available. People who are using only UPI payments, that data is available. So you may know there are paid data and unpaid data are also available. These data can be easily web scrapped, and using a simple coding, we can take all the data through a CSV file and we can analyze how it is going. So it is always not limited that we should do only 5-point Likert scale primary data analysis. It's not needed. We can always take these type of secondary data and we can give an interpretation. So usually secondary database analysis are very powerful. We can help the nation. We can do an analysis on GDP. We can do an analysis on the poverty. We can do a marketing analysis. For example, you may get all these done through your students. All our students will always overcome these type of marketing type of researches and projects. You can send your students to any research, any supermarkets, ask them to get the point of sale data. So we can do many of the marketing processes are also here. We have made some clustering of all your people based on your specialization to put you in the breakout rooms. You may know many marketing processes are here. They know what is market basket analysis. So frequently purchased together items. So we can give insights to the projects. So always your students project need not be a primary data based on strongly disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. It can be a qualitative analysis using word clouds, using the heat map analysis. So might be this is new for many of the researchers. So our ultimate aim is to make you very, very familiar of all these analysis. Just what you're going to do is you're going to listen for a few minutes, then you are going to do it in your computer. You are going to generate the results. You can just interpret all those data. So you can get our support. What you can do is whatever the codings we are giving, you can just practice it tomorrow morning in your institute, in your leisure time. We also faculty, you also faculty, so you may not have a leisure time to work out on the, but you can allocate some half an hour time on it. So mostly we thought of having it as a interactive sessions. Since many of the participants are here with us, interaction might not be possible for all the faculty members. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand in your screen itself. So we made all the experts to clarify your doubts. And one more thing is, 50% of the resource persons are from the industry. So they might be too practical, and we told that to be very practical, but also at the same time, some of the resource persons are also PhD from the industry. I'm telling you, academic always it's a doctorate only. So one or two research persons are holding a doctorate, and they are coming from the Infosys also. So they know all the nuances of the academic research we do every day. So they will teach you from the scratch. So what we have planned is we have planned for some breakout rooms, and we have classified you based on your specialization. We already put you in some of the groups automatically. So let me share the screen and I will show you. What you can do is we are doing a manual allocation of the breakout rooms. So let me show you which group you belong to. You can automatically go to the group, you interact with the people, and then you can compare. I don't know how many breakout rooms we can create in this version. So I have planned for 45 breakout rooms. If the 45 breakout rooms are not allowed, no issues. We can go for some 20 breakout rooms. Just let me want to show you to which group I have allocated you. Before that, Professor Anu, if you have anything, you can also share that, and we'll call Venugopal little early also. You can call him early.
So every day we'll be taking attendance along with the feedback of the speakers. Okay, so after every session, we'll float a Google form. So we request all the participants to fill the form immediately after all the sessions. And I hope all of you have installed R Studio in your systems. And Google Colab, you can open from your browser itself. So even if you are new or you're in a beginner level in R or Python, don't worry, we are there to help you guys. Any other doubts regarding the FDP?
Madam, good evening, madam. Myself, Dr. Chandra Reddy from Andhra Pradesh, madam. Regarding this FDP, is mandatory to use the art language
Sorry, sir, your voice is breaking. Is it mandatory to?
to install?
Yeah. R Studio you have to install, sir.
We don't have basics on this R and Python. So
No
for
issues,
that,
sir. No issues, sir. You just, I think Dr. Murali Ramachandran has already emailed you with a link on how to install R Studio. If you just click on that link, you'll be redirected to an R Studio page, web page. So there, if you go and click on it, you'll be able to download an exe file. If you just double click on that exe file and install it. So how to work
Hello,
from
madam.
scratch, we will tell here during the sessions.
Okay,
Hello,
madam.
madam. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Hi, madam. I'm Vikrant Madnore. I'm assistant professor. Actually, I'm using means I am attending class from mobile, madam.
Mobile, it will be difficult, sir. Because we are
Actually,
going to, yeah, it's a hands-on FDP, sir. So you have to work parallelly.
I am in Diwali vacation, madam. Actually, I came to my home and my laptop
Oh,
is in college, other place.
okay. No issues, sir. You kindly attend the FDP and you try to participate with other participants when you are in breakout room. You can give your feedback to them
Okay,
or your
okay, madam.
questions, whatever discussions is happening, you can do the participation. But
Yeah.
please try to participate.
Yes, madam. Yes,
Sir,
I will
if
attend,
you
madam.
have a laptop with you, you can just share your screen, and we will tell you how to install it and everything. We will teach you from scratch, sir. No
Actually,
issue.
sir, I know, sir. I taught art language and Python.
Oh, okay. I think someone has asked previously. I went out and I came back, so I am just confusing myself. Okay. Okay. If any one of you not
So this is
installed it,
another professor. I
Hello,
hope I have answered your question, sir.
hello, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. You're audible,
Ma'am,
sir. Mm.
yes, ma'am. Please, that R program link, can we get one more time?
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll just drop in chat box now. Give me a minute.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
okay, just in the 5 minutes of time, you can start installing. If you do not install, don't worry, sir. If even the experts are talking differently, or if they are going little advanced, also we are normalizing them, and we will give you from a simple code. So how to just to do a basic subtraction, multiplication in our program. Then you are not going to write any coding, sir. We are going to give you a pre-written code. You are just only going to run the program. That's all. Data also we will give you. The only thing is you are going to upload the data, you are going to run the program, you are going to interpret the output like how you do in your SPSS. Don't worry, we are not going to teach you any coding. We are just going to explain you the coding. That's all.
Sir, will you
Sir, I
provide,
posted the link for
code
our
snippet?
download.
Will you provide, madam, code, madam? Means daily code
Yes,
daily.
sir. Yes, sir. We'll be providing the code. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Session wise means day wise. Day
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, 3.
Day wise, session wise, we'll give you.
Okay.
Ma'am, after the FDP, the recordings will be shared with us.
Murali, sir, you want to answer for this?
Madam, we can give, but it's a very big file actually. But we will give it. Okay, we will just edit it and we will send it to you. Okay, but
Thank you,
please
sir.
Yeah,
attend
it
it
will take some
lively.
time for us to edit the file alone. But we'll ensure that
ma'am.
we share all the recordings and files with all the
Okay,
participants.
ma'am. Okay,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem.
We will give you, but not in the 6 days. After the completion, we will send you because we should not send it as everyone should attend it lively. So
No,
we
sir,
send it after.
definitely what you are saying, it is 100% true that
Yeah,
we have registered, then we should attend it lively. But sir,
yeah,
after attending also, it's not like on a single instance, it's not possible also to learn everything, whatever we
yeah,
get in
yeah.
these 6 days. So
Surely
definitely
we will share,
background
professor.
speech, we can
We
use
will
that.
share it.
That is the, yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we will share it. Definitely, we will share it. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Good evening, madam.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Professor Manoj.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Myself, K. Manoj Kumar from NIST University, Sabarampur.
Okay.
So, is there any assignment is available, sir, for daily session?
There is no assignment, sir, but there is some MCQ test is there at the end of the day, Saturday.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
MCQ test is there. You need to secure the required percentage by the Atal. And
Okay, sir.
we will
Fine.
share you all the scores and everything. Stay ahead in the WhatsApp, sir. We will share everything.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So just to add on to Dr. Murli Ramachandran, the examination will be MCQ, where you will be provided with options for all the questions. So you have to select answer for each question. That will be more than enough and just you have to submit it.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Yeah.
Sir, I just had one query. Though it is a bibliometric analysis FDP, should we have some Scopus database or like that, sir, to do the analysis?
Yeah, we will give you, sir. Don't worry, sir. We have many data sets. We will give you.
Okay, sir. Sir, if we have some data set, can we try with that?
Please try, sir. Please try, because all the resource person will handle only for some 40 to 45 minutes only, sir. They will handle, and after that, we are putting you in a breakout rooms. That data is also available. Let me show you, sir. We have mapped all of you in some similar groups. Once we have made you in the breakout rooms, you can go to the particular groups. Group numbers will be available, sir. Directly, you can go inside. In the breakout room, you can see similar participants from your specialization. We made all phenomenal efforts to just make you. I'm just sharing the screen also. Let Venugopal join before that. I'm just giving you all these things. All the participants, you can please make a note of your breakout room details. Hope you can see the screen is visible to all of you.
One request from our side. Could you please rename your name so that we can track the participant details easily?
Yeah, please rename it as name, your
First name
specialization.
followed by last name. That will help us.
Yeah, okay. Hope the screen is visible to all of you, my screen. You can see just we were made the first 10 or 8 participants from computer science and engineering. We made them into the breakout room 1. Let me share this Excel sheet with you. You can just check you belong to which room. And once we assign you in the breakout room, the particular set of people will go to a different room. As you know, many of you would have been using that. If any technical issues in the breakout room, please tell us. You can just work on the sample file which we are giving. You can just have a collaborations among you. Then you can come back to the main session. So this is to boost the productivity and also the session is for 3 hours every day. So not all the 3 hours will be provided a lecture to you. It's always a practical. You do the practical. Okay. And you may see the people from human resource management is in the breakout room 3. The people who have made it as exclusive as a finance, breakout room 4, electronics and communication engineering, breakout room 5. Please note down your breakout room numbers. Your name is also there. I'm just sharing it in the WhatsApp.
Sir,
Some they have not.
can you share in WhatsApp, sir? This.
Yeah, I will share it. I'm just explaining, sir. Some they have not mentioned which specialization they belong to. So for them also, I have made a breakout room. You can just do it. Anyway, you belong to a different specialization also, no issues. But we made some efforts to sort it according to your specialization. So there were many mechanical engineers are there, and mechanical engineers were made into 14 and 15 breakout rooms. I'm just sharing
Sir,
this.
sir, what is, sir? Actually, I don't know, sir. What is a breakout room?
Let me explain you, sir. Breakout room is the one once the expert finish his lecture for 35 or 40 minutes. After that, we will put you in a different room. In that room, only 10 people will be there. Okay, you can interact among yourself only, not others' interaction you can hear, or your interaction others cannot hear it. You can do a group work among yourself and you can come back. Okay, it's a practical activity, not always we are going to teach you. You are going to do some practical and you can come back. Okay. So once if I do it, you can understand, sir. No issues, sir. Any technical issues you can call us or can ping in the WhatsApp individually. We'll try to do it, sir. So Mr. Venugopal is here, the session 1 expert. Dr. Anu, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, Venugopal sir. So dear participants,
Yes, me, okay.
yeah.
Good evening,
Dear
everyone.
participants, it's my privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker for today's session, Mr. Venugopal Rajaraman, data scientist in the Infosys Advanced Engineering Team, Chennai. He's a seasoned professional in analytics, machine learning, and customer experience transformation. So Mr. Venugopal brings more than 15 years of extensive industry experience in IT, covering analytics, architecture, AI and ML, contact center technologies, and end-to-end software development, lifecycle development management. He's a Cloudera certified Hadoop developer and has contributed to development of several cutting-edge proof of concepts such as intelligent chat box, text classification solution, and deep learning model tailored for business application. So his technical expertise spans building and deploying machine learning models using R, Python, TensorFlow, and Keras, analyzing IVR and email dataset to improve contact center performance, and implementing enterprise-grade analytics solution, leveraging the Hadoop ecosystem, including Hive, Spark, and HBase. He has also played a key role in designing reusable frameworks, automation components, and advanced reporting system for major global clients in retail and customer care sectors. So we are honored to have guide us in today's topic, Introduction to Secondary Data Analysis using R and Python. So dear participants, please join me in welcoming Mr. Venugopal Rajaraman from Infosys. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Anumam, for the kind introduction. Yeah, thank you, sir, for kind introduction. First of all, good evening, everyone. So thanks a lot for inviting me for this talk. So I know Anu ma'am was very generous in giving my resume or something. Let's see how this session goes. I think there is I may go off a little bit. I think there is a problem with the video, I guess. I may go off the video. Do you guys hear me okay? Hello, Anu ma'am. Do you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. You're audible, sir. Please continue.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So I have created a few notebooks. I will talk about what those notebooks are. So overall, the plan is just to introduce Python today, right? Because we have a diverse set of audience. Some people may have already coded in Python. Some people may not have coded in Python. Some people have experience in using some of the packages which are already there. So because of the diverse set of audience, maybe we will start from basics. And then maybe we will try to kind of take it from there, right? So that is the idea here. If there are any suggestions, if there are any questions while we are going through this, please feel free to stop me or ask questions. So I think that is great. One of my colleagues, his name is Vijay, so he also said that he'll join this call so that he can help me when the breakout sessions are happening, right? So that should be fine, I guess, Anu ma'am. So with that, I think I'm just stopping my camera so that the bandwidth issues are not there. So let me just start sharing my screen.
Venugopal sir? Venugopal sir?
Yeah.
We are not able to hear you, sir. Yeah, now.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Okay.
I'm just trying to share my screen.
Sure, sir. Take your time.
Sir, we made you as a co-host, sir. You can now share.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So just give me 1 second. I have to change the system here. I have to drop and join. Okay, is that okay? Sorry about that.
We made you as a host, sir. Now you can share the screen.
I think it's a problem with my system setting. Okay, let me just
no issue, sir.
join
You can send
yeah.
it to me, or you can send it to Professor Anu. We will present it.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. I'll just join.
Yeah, no issues. Screen is visible, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. So, so what you see here on the screen is a Colab notebook. So this is freely provided by Google. A lot of you may be already using it for your work. So, so we don't want to get into too many details here. I'll just introduce what this Colab is quickly for people who have not used this, and then also start with some Python introduction. So then we will get into the actual content of today's thing, right? So the moment you go to this website, are you able to still see my screen? You are able to still see my screen, right?
Yeah, sir, we are able to see
Okay,
your
okay.
screen, sir.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So the moment you go to this colab.research.google.com, you will be able to get this. You should have a Google account, Gmail account for this. So currently I'm using my Gmail account. This is how you will see the screen, and then you can just go ahead and create a new notebook, right? So you can just click on new notebook in Drive, and then you will see this kind of a notebook that opens here. So I just created a new notebook before I joined this meeting. So that is what you see here, right? So why are we using this notebook? So you don't have to install anything on your laptop, just browser. You will be able to kind of load this. You will be able to run notebooks on this. You will be able to write Python code, execute the Python code, and then also load the data, all of that. right? So what happens is when you click on this connect button that you have on the right hand side, this creates a virtual machine for you, right, automatically. And then all the code that you write, all the libraries that you use will be in that runtime, right? So everything is happening in the cloud, so you don't have to worry about a machine and all of that, right? You don't have to install anything in your laptop or whatever. So that's the advantage of having this. And why are we using this kind of a notebook? This is called a notebook. So for people who have done analysis, they are already aware of this. So it's easy to do experiments, right? So the way you write code is like you just click on this plus code button, then it will open a tab for you to write code. I'll show you all of this in a while. You can just click on this code to kind of write the code, and then you can click on the text button to write text or notes like this, right? So I have created some text notes that you can see here, so that it is easier for us to review this notebook later. The other advantage is, so when you write a Python file normally, every line of code is executed all the time, right? You don't, so for example, you write some 100 lines, you execute that code, and then you make a mistake, and then you kind of execute it again, right? So every time all the 100 lines are executed. But in this case, you can specifically choose cells and then execute only those, so that it gives you more freedom to kind of do some experiments, start small and keep building, right? So I'll show you how this whole thing happens, right? So during this demo. Now with that, I think I'll directly jump into a little bit on Python introduction. This is what I really want to do here. I think Anu ma'am and the team at the MCC were giving me some instruction on, like, let us start with some basic Python introduction for 10 minutes before we jump into the actual thing, right? Let me just start with the very basics of the Python, so that all of us know about this, get a flavor of this.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Sorry to interrupt. But are we going to do our Python programming in this notebooks?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So how can we do it? Means there is some link to download?
Yeah, we will share all the links. We will also explain how to do that.
Madam,
when the breakout session starts, we
I
will
just already shared you the link. It is actually the Python cloud environment. You don't need to install. Could you please see the chat box? I just posted collab.research.google.com.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You can just click it and you can go. Venugopal sir, you can just type anything in any notepad or anything, because it looks small. Or you can better you can
let me increase the font size.
Yes, sir.
I'm just
or you can magnify, sir. You can magnify.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Yeah.
Even one more time, sir.
Sure. Is this okay?
Now fine, sir. Now fine, sir.
Okay, great. So the moment you click on this plus code button, right, you will be able to see something like this: start coding or generate with AI, right? So I will also explain how to generate with AI a little bit later. Let us now start with some basic Python things, right? Similar to your calculator, you can use this to write some simple expressions, right? For example, I want to just do some 5 plus 2, right? You just type in the whole thing, and then there is a small start button, right? Run cell. If you just hover your mouse over here, you will see this run cell. You can just click on this, right? This will run the code. So now when you click on this, it is taking a little bit time for the first time, because now you can see on the right hand side top corner also. Now it is trying to create a runtime in the cloud behind the scenes. It's deploying the code, it is creating a runtime, all of that is happening. So now you have got a machine assigned to you. This has this RAM, this is the disk size, all of that you have. And now this code is executed, and you can see the result right below. Right, so this is the advantage we get with this notebooks. So you can also type in parallelly while I do this, so that you can get some experience on how to use this as well, right? So let me just type a very simple program using Python code. Python is like a very simple language to learn, right? It looks like you write some text, right? So it's more text oriented language. Let's say I want to define some variables, right? So X is a variable I want to define. You can just assign some number to it. So now you want to add these two numbers, right? And see what is the value, right? So you just do X plus Y. So that is also possible, right? So now I want to write a little bit harder program. I want to define an equation. So I have defined an equation y equal to x power 3, right? So the star means it's like x power 3, or let me just make it x power 2. So it's just going to square the number and then store it in y, right? So now I'm just going to do print y. Because I have already defined x as 2, it's just going to square that x already and then print that number, right? What if I change the value of x to something else? Then if you run this cell again, you will be able to see 10 power 2, that is 100. That's what gets printed, right? So I just want to give you a flavor of this environment. That's why I'm taking this very simple stuff, right? So I also have created, so we have shared these notebooks also with you. Anu ma'am, have you shared these notebooks already, or we are yet to share them?
No, sir, it's already shared with them.
Already shared. Okay, great. So I already have some examples here, right? You can also, if you want more details about Python, you can also go through this introduction. So this is like a very simple introduction provided by Google team. You can almost get most of the important things, right? So by just going through this 2-3 hour material here. So I just want to take few more things before we jump right into the harder parts of this. So this is how you write a if-else condition. If you just say like if name equal to this, then print this, or else print this, right? This is how you normally write a if-else condition. The reason I am showing this is the moment you write an if condition, this is the syntax. And then you also need to kind of have this next line indented, right? So this is called indentation. You have to move this next line slightly on the right hand side, so that the
Venugopal sir, sorry to interrupt.
Venugopal sir,
They are not able to see your code. So could you please just copy and paste the code in chat box also, so they can just view what they are seeing?
Okay.
Because they're not able to see, it seems. Screen is very, the screen size is very low or small.
Is it better now?
Yeah, sir, it's better now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's better.
So let me paste this code here and then maybe explain this. You are able to see this code now? I just initialized a variable name equal to something, and then I'm just checking the variable name equal to this. Then if this name equal to this, then print this value, or else just prints hello world, right? So it's a very simple if-else condition I just wanted to introduce. Now we will be able to see that hello FTP will be printed, right? Because the name is the equivalent to FTP here, right? Let me just execute this and show you. This is what will get printed. And you can also see the indentation, right? So the moment you write this, the next line has to be indented by 2 or 4 characters depending on the environment. But here it is 2 characters. It's important that you indent this, otherwise there is going to be a error, right? So the system is going to throw an error for you. For example, if you just do this.
Hello? Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you have copied and pasted the code somewhere?
Yeah, on the screen, yes.
On the screen only. So we can't copy paste. We have to write down the total program, right?
No, we will give you, madam. You can directly paste it and run it. No issues. You no need to write the program.
Okay. Now, because sir told that we would do it parallelly, that's why I asked.
No, we will give time for that, ma'am. Now you can listen. Then we will put you in some breakout rooms or anything. You can try.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Now you coolly listen, ma'am. You can do it.
Okay. So I just want to introduce a little bit more on the complex parts, right? So this is absolutely critical for data analysis. So now we have defined variables. We have talked about if-else conditions, code indentation, and all of that. Now let me get into list variables, right? So list and dictionaries are two important things to understand. Maybe I'll just cover the list only today. The way you will define the list is like this, right? You will use this box, right? You will use this left side and right side box to kind of define a list. Then you can add names to it like this, right? So you can also already see how the environment is helping me. You can just press tab. The moment you see this, you just press tab, and then it will all get added. So now I have added two items, right? So one is the FDP. So maybe I will say MCC, and then I will say India. I just added two items in the name. And now if you just run this code, you can see that this list already contains two names, right? Now let me move on to the next one. I just want to add another one. Now you just do print names. So this is going to contain, the list now contains three items, right? So this is an important concept to understand. So you will be able to add, remove items from this list. And if you want to see what are all the names in that list, right? So you can also use a for loop. That is where I thought I'll just introduce a for loop here. This is how you write a for loop. So now you can see that. So what this code is doing is it takes this list called names, and then each name inside that it is trying to iterate once. This loop will run once, and then it is printing each and every one of those items in the list, right? So that's how this whole thing works. So now let me go back to this notebook and then maybe just talk about quickly the method. So a lot of times you can just write your code like this, small snippets of code like this, and then execute. Sometimes you may have to also create methods. If it is very hard for you, if you have not written methods, don't worry about it. You can pick up these things maybe later. This is how you normally define a method in Python. And then finally, you can return a value from it, right? So this is a simple method that you have defined. So this is where you define a method, and then the way you call that method is you just put the method name and then pass the values that are required. So in this case, I'm calling that method, my method, and then passing this value hello world. So when you call this method, what happens is it is just going to print a return value of the method received and then the input. That's what you see here, right? This is the output when you execute this code. All right. So we just talked about lists. Maybe you can also go through this code. I just created a list of car makes and then try to print this. I added a new item to the car makes, and then you can see that here. You can also access the variables, right? So for example, you want to only access the first item in the list. The way you can do that is like put 0, right? The numbering starts from 0 to the last -1, right? So if you have 5 values, the numbers start from 0 to 4, right? So that's how the values are. And if you want to just access first 2 values, this is how you do it, right? So 0 to 2. If you want to access the third and fourth, right? So this is how you do it, right? You can also do it. So you can also, you saw that error. The reason you saw that error is I have not initialized those variables. I did not run these cells before running that cell. That's why you see this error. Now this is resolved, right? Okay. So this is an important variable. It's an important list is like one of the important things that you will have to understand in Python, right? Similarly, dictionary is another. So dictionary is key and value. So this is how you initialize it. You have a key and then you have a value. This value can be a simple value or it can be multiple. It can be a list. It can be anything, right? So this is how you can define a dictionary. You can add items to the dictionary. And you can also, if you know all of those items one single go, you can also create something like this, right? So in this case, I created car models with multiple car models inside each and every make. Right? So that's how I have created this key, so this dictionary. Now, the way you can access this is by using the keys list and then also the values list. The moment you have a dictionary, you can use this keys and values to kind of print all the values. Maybe you can go through this code offline because we already like completed 20 minutes. We have to move on to the next set of things. Right? You can go through this code offline and then try to understand this as well.
Vijay here, there is one blue line in your screen. So not sure whether it is from you or it is from the presentation.
Oh, this one is it?
Yeah. One vertical blue line.
Oh, vertical blue line. Okay, I'm not sure why.
Okay, please proceed.
Can I, should I refresh the screen? Is it showing up now?
Yeah, it's still showing up, and I'm not sure whether it is from your end or moderator end. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, you can proceed.
Okay. Okay, so now we want to move on to exploratory data analysis. Anu ma'am, is this introduction okay for Python, or should we also continue a little bit more?
Yes, sir. This is fine, sir. This is fine, sir.
Okay, great.
So shall we wind up by 7:15 and we'll give participants a few demo exercises or their practice sessions in breakout rooms?
Sure. We'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So now we are going to the core of the session, right? The exploratory analysis. So whenever you have a data set, I think it could be a data set that you have downloaded from internet. It could be the data set that you have collected for your research purposes, right? Understanding that data set itself is very important, right? What kind of data it has, what are all the different patterns that are there in the data, are the variables correlated? So if you have studied statistics, you will be able to do all sorts of things, right, with statistics. That is all possible with this Python as well, right? So you can write a Python code and then you can run it to see any of those. Even when we are doing our work, for example, myself and my colleague Vijay are working at Infosys. During the course of our work, whenever we are building a model, we will spend a lot of time just to understand the data itself, right? That is very, very important. So there are multiple dimensions, but then I have just noted down few dimensions here. One is like, is the data missing? Are there any outliers, right? And then you'll also do a lot of plotting, right, to just see what is going on here. So let me show you some plots that we have created earlier, right? I am not going to write code now because that's taking a little bit time. And maybe we will also explain one more thing, right? Like how do you create a key in Kaggle and then how to download it maybe at 7:15 before you kind of get into the breakout sessions. But for now, just assume that you have a Kaggle data set and then you can download this, right? So this is the code that you can use to download the Kaggle data set. And for all practical purposes, I have downloaded the data, and then this is the mobile review sentiment, right? You can see this data here in this page. Hopefully you are able to see my screen. So this is the global mobile review data set that was downloaded.
Sir, you can just post this URL in the chat box, or let them also.
Yeah. So this is already there in the. I'll post all of that. So this data is already downloaded, right? In this, the way you kind of load this data is there is a package named pandas, right? So don't worry about these technical terms. We will kind of explain this a little bit later. This is a package. This is a well-known package, right? You can just put the name of the file here, right, in this path, and then you can load this data. And if you just do df.head, right, so head is nothing but the first few lines, right? So that's what this data is showing. If you download this data and open this in an Excel sheet, right, you will see this, you will see something like this. That is what is showing up here. Now, I think with this data, you may be aware, right, how to kind of do different plotting, different plots, and how do you kind of analyze different variables that is there in the data, right? I think I'm assuming that you guys are well versed with that. With that understanding, let us just go into a few of the commands that you can use to kind of drill through this data. So df.info. So why do I use this df, right? So df is nothing but data frame, the short name for data frame. It's a variable. The moment you run this code, what happens is this whole data set is stored in this variable df, right? It's called a data frame. And now you can run commands like this, df.info. df.info is going to give you what are all the different columns that are there, right? Is it a not null column? What is the data type of that column? All of that information you will be able to see here, right? You can see that this data set contains a review, and then the customer who did the review, the age of the person, the brand, the model, the dollar price, and then a lot of other things. And also you also have a review text. What did he actually say in the review? And then you also have multiple ratings, right? Battery life rating, camera rating, performance rating. You can see what this data set is all about. And then you also have the source of this data, right? So where this phone was sold or whatever, right? So you can see a lot of different stuff here. Now I want to show you how to create a bar chart with this pandas code, right? It's like a very simple thing to do. You take the variable that you are interested in, and then just do the value counts. I just want to only see the first 40 things, right? Maybe this is not even required here because there are only 5 ratings, right? Not more than that. So you can just run this command. Then you will be able to see this bar chart. In the bar chart, you can see on the horizontal axis, you have the rating, and the y-axis, you have the count. How many times the 4 rating has been received, right? So you can see 14,000 times rating, 14,000 reviews are rated 4. 5 is like 6,000 times, right? So 6,500 times. You can see that already here. Similarly, I just created a few more. So where is this data collected from? In what countries this data is collected from, right? So this is the country list. Almost all countries have similar number of reviews, right? That's what you see here from this. Also wanted to do a sentiment. So where am I getting all this? I'm getting all these columns from this column list, right? So there is a sentiment column. I just pick that column and see how is the sentiment data. Further, I'm just drawing a bar chart, right? So you can see that most of the times I'm getting a positive sentiment, which means people like the models, people like the mobile that are sold in these websites, right? So almost 30,000 out of 50,000, the review is positive. So some of those reviews are neutral and some of those reviews are negative as well, right? Around 10,000 reviews are negative. So till now, we have done bar plots with just one variable, right? I just wanted to do a bar plot with only one variable and see how it behaves. Now we are trying 2 variables. what happens if I choose my model and the sentiment? So I'm expecting, normally we are expecting like costlier models to have better sentiments, right? So iPhone normally will have a better sentiment. A costlier Samsung phone may have a better sentiment compared to like other phones which are like less costlier. That is our assumption, right? Let's see if the data also shows that. So what we have, this is the code to kind of do that, right? What this is doing is, it is taking the model and the sentiment, then it is doing a group by operation on top of that. Then you are plotting this, right? So right now, I think you do not have to worry about these details. We can explain how this happens later. But for now, you can just copy paste this code, change this variable, and somehow you'll be able to see some of these plots. On the x-axis, you can see multiple models, and then you can also see how many are positive, negative, and neutral. Intuitively, I think positive has a green color. So this wherever you have the top, you can see which models are getting higher reviews and all that. Maybe this is not a. I would think the other thing that we want to consider here is. So this is not a good plot to have, right? For example, the number of reviews may be skewing this plot. So here you can see the Realme Pro, Realme 70 is getting higher reviews, it looks like, but it may not be the case, because you will have to convert them into percentages first, right? So how many positive versus negative, that's what you have to count, and then only this plot will be much more meaningful. Anyway. So again, another two-dimensional thing, rating across different models, right? Which models have got higher ratings? That's what you can see from this plot. So net, I think what I'm trying to capture here is, you can just do plots just with one variable. You'll be able to do plots with multiple variables and stuff like that. Right. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through because we have less time now. So, so if you look at some of this, whatever we have done here, they are all called categorical variables. I hope that you guys understand categorical versus numerical variables, right? So if you look at this data set itself, age is a numerical variable, brand, model, maybe currency, sentiment, country, language, these are all categorical variables because there are only limited set of possibilities in this, right? Whereas if you look at age, it's a numerical variable. Price USD, price local, all these are numerical variables, right? So when you want to plot and see these numerical variables, normally what we will do is we will kind of group them into some buckets. This is the command to kind of do that, right? I just want to show one example. You can convert them into something known as bins, right? 0 to 18 is like one bin. 18 to 29, you can change this, right? So the way you want it based on your need. 18 to 29 is another bin. So because you have 6 numbers, you have 5 bins here. And I'm just naming each one of those bins. Kids, youth, young adult, adult and senior, right? So 50 to 100, I'm just making them as seniors for now. And then you take this data, pd.cut is what you should use to kind of convert them into bins, and then you can see them in bins. Otherwise, you will not be able to draw this across the x-axis because there will be like many examples. So there will be many numbers, right? So age will be like a numerical value, so you cannot really do this on the x-axis. So this is another chart I wanted to explain. So if you see dot or scatter plots, right? So scatter plots are, I think if you are aware of scatter plots, I think this is like one example of that, right? So that we have tried here. So this is the command you have to use for that, scatter. And then for scatter plot, to draw a scatter plot, you need what you have to draw on the x-axis and what you draw on the y-axis, right? So that you will have to mention. age on the x-axis, and then price on the y-axis. That's what we have tried here. This is how that plot looks like. I mean, this data set is not a good example to draw this kind of a scatter plot, but I'll show you a better one maybe later. So I also wanted to show you something about this text. What we have seen until now is categorical and numerical. Now I want to show you the text data as well. Review text is normally a text variable. Somebody writes some text, right? This phone is good. This phone is not working well. I'm unhappy with this phone, whatever, right? So now we want to really understand what happened, what is happening with these review texts. For that, the simple technique that you can use is like word cloud. This is the code you can use to kind of draw a word cloud. This is what you see. So what you can notice here is some text is like in very, very huge fonts. Some text is in smaller fonts. The reason for that is the larger the font, the many number of times that particular word occurs in this data set, right? Absolutely happens. I mean, people have written absolutely many times over. They have regrets. Regrets are written multiple times. Regrets buying means some of the people who have bought this phone are not happy with the phone, right? So that is happening a lot of times. Some people are saying best purchase, right? So those are all the things that are happening many times. You can also see some of these smaller looking fast updates, fast charging. So these are all the things that people are liking, right? So not happening many times, but then they are also happening. Build quality. So these are all the things that you can learn from this. One of the things that I tried also is for every model, can we draw this diagram, right? For example, Realme Pro. For Realme Pro, this is the word cloud. For Pixel 6, right, this is the word cloud. So that way, it will be easy to analyze which phones are like, which phones are people happy with, which phones people are not, what kind of comments they are giving, right? So those are all the things that can be understood from this. I just have maybe 10 more minutes or 15 more minutes. So what I wanted to do now is like get into this generate code mode, right? So to explain how this whole thing works, right? So this generate, let me just switch. So are you guys with me until this point? Can I move on to the next one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure. So this whole process is called vibe coding, right? Vibe coding is a process where you have some idea, but the person doesn't want to spend too much time writing or learning Python, right? They can use the power of these Gemini or any large language models, right? GPT or any of these large language models to help them to write that code. Even within this, I want to show you a few examples, right? Let me see if I can just do that for you. I'm just going to download this data set and then I'll show how we can really do this. All right. So the way we can use AI to generate code is just go here and click on generate button. this will open a cell like this. Now you can actually like converse with it, right? Like normal plain English. So it is also showing you few examples of what is possible. You can also pick one of this. Then you will be able to really understand this, right? So for example, I just want to pick one of these, right? A very, very simple task. What I want to now know is what is the correlation between word count. There's a variable called word count and then the display rating. I just want to see the correlation between them. So I just selected that. The moment I selected this thing, the model, here it is using a Gemini model. It is working behind the scenes to write the code for me. So now you can also see that it has written the code, and then it has also filled the cell, right, that you have to execute with a green color one. And then it is also labeled as Gemini, right? So that's what you can notice. And now you can also read through all this, right? So it gives you very good description of what it is thinking, what it is doing and stuff like that. At any point in time, if you are not understanding something, you will be able to ask further questions, right? You can say, if you are not understanding, for example, what is a correlation plot? You can ask it to explain, right? What is a correlation plot, first of all, right? You can do all of that. So now I just want to accept this code and run it and see what happens. So it executed that code. Now you can see the correlation plot. Right? This is the correlation plot that it kind of drew. Just close this. This is the correlation plot that it kind of drew. And I also want to know a value, right? What is the value of this correlation? So this correlation is like 0.16, right? It's not a good correlation. So there is no correlation between word count and display rating, right? That's what this really tells me. Anything beyond 0.6, 0.7 is a good correlation, right? So this is how you can write code. Sometimes you can also do a little bit more larger things. For example, this particular task is a very, very specific task, right? So you are just asking the model to do a very simple single task here. You can also assign a very complex task. For example, let me just, I just noted it before the call. I want to copy paste this and then now I am going to assign a complex task to this model because I don't really know what is this data set, what this data set is. I want this model to analyze this whole data set and give me some insights. Let's see if we can really do that. This is a much complex task, much more complex task. I want this to understand the patterns, outliers, correlation, all of that in this data set. And then I'm asking it to create a report. Let's see what happens. Now, this is a much bigger task. It is not going to give you a code directly. What it is going to do is, it will take this task, it will understand that it's a much complex task. It's going to do multiple things, right? So it's explaining the whole thing for you. Understand the data, identify patterns, detect outliers, calculate correlations, analyze the text data, summarize findings, generate report, finish task, right? So it kind of understood your whole thing and then it explained this in a much detailed way for you. Now, if you do accept or run, you can also accept and run the whole thing, or you can also go step by step. Now, let's choose run step by step. So now it is preparing, right? So it has like 8 or 9 steps in this. Now it is going to ask you at each step, is it okay for me to run this step or not, right? The moment you say okay, then it is going to run that step. Now if you see, it prepared the data. Now it is understand the data, it is waiting for user input, right? What it means is you can accept and run, then it is going to run that for you. If you are not happy with that code, you can kind of try and ask it to rewrite that, or you can do whatever you want at that point in time, right? Based on how things are. So hope this is very helpful. especially this Gemini mode is going to be very helpful for you guys, right? To play around with this. If you are not very clear on what you should really do with the code, right? If you are not able to spend time on writing code, you can definitely take support. The other thing it can do, I just want to highlight that is, if there is a problem with that code, right? So it can also identify the errors, then you can debug and really fix the code using the model itself, right? So because it can help you in even debugging and fixing that error as well. Okay. So with that, I think I just want to share a couple of more things, right? Normally, the data set here, whatever we picked is like a very simple data set with only limited columns and stuff like that, right? And this data set also is cleaned for you. This has very good data. There are no problems with this data, right? So that's why you see some of these plots, really good plots here. But in a real life scenario, the data sets will not be like that, right? So you will have much more, you'll have complex data sets, you'll have much more problems with those data sets. I just want to take like 2 more minutes to explain in a real data set what happens, right? This data set is about building energy consumption, right? So think of this like your house or your office building where you have a energy meter, right? Which is just every minute you are capturing the data in the energy meter and then storing it. Now you want to understand what happens with those buildings, right? With the with the office building or something like that. So when you normally collect data like this, this is what happens. You will not have data throughout the year. For some months, if you see in this particular data set, for April 2018 and in 2018, 3 months data are missing, right? In 2017, July data is missing. For some of the days, the data is missing, right? So you will see problems like that. That's how real data sets are. And I just want to show a few more plots that we have done earlier. So this is the kind of plot that you can see, right? When you draw this data, like a line chart or whatever, you can see those large gaps. That is because the data is missing for those weeks or months, right? Then this is the next set of analysis that you can do. What is that you can understand here? So this particular chart, for example, this is a bar chart, the energy consumption. So how much power is used, right? So that is your bars, the blue colored bars. The temperature on that day, right? How the temperature varied on that day, that is your orange color ones. You can, so because you would kind of draw this, you will be able to make some conclusions, right? So that's where the insights are coming from. Whenever the temperature is on the lower side, if it is very cold, the energy usage is higher. Whenever the temperature is also higher, the energy usage is higher. So, so if the temperatures are lower, you will have to run your heaters, right? When the temperatures are higher, you will have to run AC, right? Air conditioning. So that's why the energy usage is higher. If the temperature is typical, then energy usage is in the normal side, right? Those are all the things you will be able to understand by drawing these plots. That's why visualizations are very, very important. But I'm just showing you some of this from a project that we did earlier, sample project that we did. This is how we kind of do our analysis and then try to showcase the results. And these inputs are mainly used for next set of things, right? So for building a machine learning model, for forecasting. So for all of those things, these kind of analysis is important. Maybe I'll take a pause here. We can go back to this. So we have shared 2 notebooks, right? So we have 40 more minutes now. So we have 2 notebooks. One is called IPL dataset. This IPL dataset has data related to IPL, right? So we have successfully downloaded this data already. So these 2 notebooks are with you, right? Now maybe we will be able to divide into break rooms. So there are 2 notebooks that I have created already. You can just import those notebooks into your Colab. Maybe like just click on upload notebook and then point the notebook to this IPython notebook. Then it will directly upload. So then you can run these few cells already, right? Just click on these cells. It is going to download this matches.csv for you. Then it is going to load this matches data. This is the IPL season 2017 matches. And you can kind of understand this data like umpires, who was the player of the match, how many runs was scored, right? I think it's a very good, interesting data set that you may want to analyze. So now you can start typing the code from here. There are some, for example, there are some categorical variables, there are some date variables, right? Runs scored will be a numerical value, wickets will be a numerical value. So you can take this data and try to analyze. So this is one notebook we have created. You can just run the whole thing. It is automatically going to download this content from this link, right? So there is a GitHub where this data is already available. Let me just run this out. Yeah. So now you have the data set, you can start analyzing this, right? There is one more I just want to show. I created 2 notebooks just for this purposes. There is another exercise notebook called World Happiness. This is a different data set. This also has World Happiness data. Don't worry about this Kaggle download. You can just skip this. Instead, go ahead with the GitHub download. Only click on these cells, right? Don't worry about this one. Let's click on this. Because I'm opening too many sessions, it's trying to optimize. So we have already written the code to kind of download this data for you.
Yeah, that is not an issue, sir. We will also just give them an overview because many of them will not be familiar with the GitHub integration and all. So we will put them in the breakout rooms and let them do this, sir.
Okay.
And before that also, I will also give a short overview also. We'll
Sure,
put them and
okay.
you can also inspect in the... So before going to the breakout rooms, let me give a short exercise also, like how Mr. Venugopal has explained it here. He has just went to the research. Let me tell you how Colab works now. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen here. And Venugopal sir, you can also please go to all the breakout rooms once it has got enabled. Okay.
Sure.
Just hope my screen is visible to all of you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So let me tell you how Google Colab works now. Okay, so as an expert resource person, he has explained all the nuances, but you should know where to save those files and everything. So by just opening it up, you can just go ahead. Okay, so let me open it up from the scratch here, and you can understand. Okay, you can see here, you can just go into collab.research.google.com. You can go here, and if you have the notebooks already, you can go ahead, or if you are going to create it newly, means just give it as a new notebook here. Okay, just you go to the new notebook. You may see here, and Mr. Venugopal has did everything excellently in a single window itself. You can create everything. But for the basic thing, I'm just going to give you how you are going to make it as an individual file. For example, if it is showing here, it is an untitled file, means you can always rename it as a marketing research. Okay, if you save this as a marketing research, it will be automatically saved in your drive. For example, in your Google Drive, if you want to go here, you just see in your Google Drive, there is something called collab notebooks. You can see, right? So whatever the files you have saved, it will be automatically saved inside the collab notebooks. And you can see all the files are always available. So this is the way you need to locate where you have kept it. So whatever you have renamed it, the renamed updated name will be shown, or if you made it as untitled one, it will be showing it as a untitled only. Or if you want to open it a new already used notebooks, means you can go there like open notebook. The reason notebooks will be available here. You have to see like this. Okay. So before running the Mr. Venugopal's Google Colab notebooks, just run this first, and then you can run. Okay. So this is somewhat he has taught the basic very good. And let me see a basic multiplication subtraction first, and then you run all the Professor Venugopal's post over there. So I'm just giving a very small one here. You can see my screen here. Hope this is visible to all of you. Okay, so there are two numbers, number 1 and number 2. Okay, it is 5 and a 5. So I'm just asking the Google Colab to do the addition of number 1 plus number 2. I'm just making it num1 plus num2. Subtraction is number 1 minus number 2. Multiplication is number 1 into number 2. So to the Google Python environment, we have defined it, what are the numbers, we defined what to do, and finally we are asking it to display the result. This is what Venugopal has also explained you. Uh, finally, we can print the results by print addition, means this number addition will be displayed. Print subtraction means the subtraction will be displayed. Print multiplication means the multiplication will be displayed. You can see the output. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 into 5 is 25. This is how your Google Colab works. And you can save this as a simple file. You can keep it up and you can download this file always. You can see here there's a download option is available here. File, download it as IPYNB. You can download like this and you can send this file to your friend. They can simply open it up in the Google Colab. So what you can do is you can run this program. I'm just copying this simple code and pasting it in our Google call, Zoom messaging window itself. I'm just going to put it in the chat box. You can paste it there. And then you can go and run all the Venugopal's notebooks and everything. So let me put all of you in the breakout rooms now. Okay. Just a minute.
Sir, how to run line by line, sir, this code?
Sir, you just copy this and paste it directly in the Colab and press the run button, sir. You no need to run line by line.
Actually, I never used sir Google Colab. Actually, I used Anaconda and other.
No issue, sir. It is very simple only, sir. You can do it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, basically, maybe this question at this point is, I don't know whether to ask or not. The sir has explained very well regarding the Python code and all. But sir, definitely using of Python for the bibliometric analysis purpose, I think we will be made us explain on this maybe in future sessions, sir, right?
Bibliometric analysis can be run using R script, madam. Maybe in the second session, Professor Venmark Lim is going to explain that.
Okay.
That
So,
is
but,
also.
okay. But sir, the code, like sir has given us, already you have given us the code. For example, if I want to use anything else, like maybe any other variable and all, so like from where we can extract the codes as a very layman which don't have much idea on technical or coding language. What is this?
That is not an issue, ma'am. That is what Venugopal has explained you. You can generate the code using AI. It is an option, is there? No, so many AIs
in the
are there.
below it was showing, sir.
Yes. You can tell the scenario. You can generate the code, copy
Okay.
and paste. That's we call it as a vibe coding. So ethically, you can use the research for generating the code we can use as of now.
Sir, what is this GitHub? What is that, sir? Can you throw light on that?
GitHub is a platform where you can use the API. I think Venugopal sir, you can explain this.
Yeah. So see, GitHub is a publicly available source code management tool, right? I don't know, maybe I'm throwing a lot of jargons now. See, what happens is you want to, so for example, I write some code today, right? I have like 3 files, and I make changes to those files after a week, right? I removed 5 lines from the already existing code. I added 4 lines, right? So so now the first one that I created is version 1. The second one I created is version 2, right? Each one of these versions we have to manage somewhere. So this is where GitHub is coming into play, right? So it's like a publicly available version control mechanism for your code base. So if you want to know what changes you made, whether you removed few lines, whether you changed those lines, code lines, you will be able to track all of that using GitHub. And
Yeah,
you can also store your data there, right? So that's why GitHub is there.
Now, Professor Anu, sorry to interrupt. Venugopal sir, you can finish.
Yeah, sure. So if you have to learn more about it, just ask again, right? Like GitHub. Sorry, what is GitHub and why is it used? You can go to perplexity.ai. Perplexity is a simple generative AI powered website where you can ask these kind of questions. It will give you like very good answers.
Okay.
I'll also post the link there. Chat with them.
Okay. Now, Professor Anu will show you a very simple R exercise as we are supposed to give both R and Python basics. So I will just give you the Python script here. Same like Professor Anu also will run the R script now basic. Then you can go to breakout room and do it. Okay, Professor Anu?
Yeah. You're able to see my screen, everyone? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So please open RStudio. Okay. Just double click on your RStudio and open the software.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible yet, I think.
My screen is not visible?
I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong. Can somebody else say, but not visible yet?
Visible for me, actually.
I think it is visible. Her screen is
Visible, but
visible.
please go to the screen. If you are staying in the Zoom environment itself, it is mirroring.
It's blurry.
No, it is mirroring, not blurring. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kindly double click and open the RStudio software.
No, actually, you have to share your entire screen because only your Zoom screen we can see, not the R1.
Yeah, that's why I see.
Okay. I'll share my entire screen. Give me a minute. Yeah. I'm sharing my entire screen now. Okay. This is my entire screen sharing now. So please double click on RStudio and open the software. Okay. After that, you have to click on File. So if you click on File, you can see New File R script. Okay. So just click on R script.
Madam, your video is not visible, madam, please.
What about now?
Yes, it's now visible, ma'am.
Okay. So please click on File, New File, R script. Okay, that's how you open a new script. Okay, so after that, just type 5 plus 5. We'll see addition first, okay? Just type 5 plus 5. After that, select the line and click on Run. See, output will be visible down. Okay, you're able to see the output in the console down?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
This is how you do addition in R. Okay, now imagine if you want to do a subtraction.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Ma'am,
Yeah.
can you please repeat the step once?
Yeah, just click on File, New File, R script. Okay, so you will get a script like this, an empty white window. After that, just go there and type. For example, if you want to do a subtraction. So just type 5 minus 5 and click on run. See, output will come in the console. You're able to see my console. This is my console. See, so output will come in the console down.
5 plus 5, 10 is displaying. 5 minus 5, 0 is displaying.
0 has come. Okay. Now, imagine if you want to type a text using print statement. All of you are aware about print statement, no? What is print statement? Whenever you want to print a text, for example, print hello world. Just type no, print, open bracket, double quotes, hello. Okay. And just select that line alone and click on run. See, hello has come in the console. All of you got that? So the use of print statement in Python is to print whatever text we have given inside the print function. Okay. Now, let's move on to variable. So a variable is a container for storing data value. For example, if you want to declare a variable in R programming. For example, if you want to declare the variable name. So just type name, okay? Then less than symbol followed by a dash. This is known as assignment operator in R, okay? So variable name is name here. Then we have assignment operator. In double quotes, I'm just giving some random name. For example, John. Okay. So what is a variable? Variables are like containers for storing data value. Okay. So here the variable name is name and I've given the value or the text as John. Okay. Now I want to print it. Okay. So let me go for a print function. Okay, if you click type print itself, print will come with R. Okay, so I have to give name here because the assigned variable name is name only. Okay, just select the 2 lines of code. Okay, and click on run button.
Ma'am, will you please zoom out your screen, ma'am?
1 minute. The laptop got stuck.
No, actually, in the R environment, we cannot zoom out, I think so. Is it possible to zoom out, or you can show the code in the notepad, then you
I'll
paste
just copy this one in chat box so that you can copy and paste it. You got the code?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just copy and paste it.
You can zoom in from your side also. If you press control button and you can mouse scroll up. It will zoom in for you.
Yeah, I'm doing that. But unfortunately for R programming, it is not working.
Yeah, I'm
So
I'm
I'll
telling
just
it for others. Yeah.
Okay.
So they can also do it by themselves.
Okay. Shall we assign another variable also? For example, my another variable name is age. Okay. So I'm giving age here, then assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but less than simple followed by a dash. And whenever you go for a numbers in R programming, you don't have to use a double quotes. Directly you can type the number. Okay. For example, I'm just giving a dummy number as age. Okay. Then I'm again using print function. Okay. So print of age. Okay, then select these 2 lines of code and just click on run. See, age is 40. There is another way. If you don't want to use print function, if you just want to call the variable alone means just type age here. Okay, and just click on run. See, again same output you got. Okay, so this
Okay,
is
now
how
we will, shall we put them in the breakout room, madam, for 15 minutes? You just copy all the scripts and give it to them.
Sir, just give me a minute. I'll just share them with a sample histogram code in the chat box so that they can run it. Okay, so this is the code for histogram. Okay, I hope all of you are aware about histogram. So I've just pasted the code in the chat box. Okay, so you can copy and paste it. You'll get the output. That dev.new function is to open in a larger plotting window. That's it. Okay. And we have used a histogram function here. And I've also called a grid function for a better visualization. That's it. Okay. And manually, I have assigned the values to the vector here using a combine function. Okay. So I shared the code in the chat box. I hope all of you got the code. Just copy and paste it in a tab and just run it. Okay, R script and run it. Yeah, Murali sir. You can assign them to the breakout room.
Yeah, I'm just assigning all of you in the breakout room. It's only a small exercise because experts want to do it. I'm just assigning 45 breakout rooms. So you can choose your own room. Just check the Excel sheet. If wrongly it has mapped, you can go to your own rooms. Okay. Hope the breakout room is showing to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can go to your own room. You can discuss and you can do. Okay.
So few of them are unsure how to join in the breakout room. Can you
Yeah.
just show them? Yeah.
Are you all able to join in the breakout rooms?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I think many are joining. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to join this room number 20.
See, there is a more. I mean, if you see 3 dots, right? So 3 dot and more button. There are multiple options below your screen, right? So if you just click on those more, click on breakout rooms, and then from there you can join.
Many they have joined. No issue, sir. For many it is new only. You can slowly join. No issue.
Sir, how to identify that which room is good for me? I mean, I don't know.
You belong to which department, Rosa?
I'm a layman, sir. I belong to management department, and it's very difficult for me to understand all this coding and all that in one first go.
No problem, madam. Being this is the first session, it will be like that only. Don't worry. We will make you familiar in 1 or 2 sessions. Okay. Many are not familiar. We are going to make you familiar. That's all.
Okay. So which room should I join?
There are many management rooms are available, ma'am. Can you check the Excel sheet I sent you?
Let me check. It's on the WhatsApp group, sir?
Where you send that?
In the WhatsApp I have sent you as a live. You may see room number 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Anything you can join.
Sir, I went to room 22, so nobody was there. So
Excel is not there, sir, in WhatsApp group.
Sir, in WhatsApp group, I have shared it as a live link, sir. Please check it. If not, I will send you again also. Okay.
Please send again, sir. It is not.
It is not visible for me also. I mean, there's no Excel sheet here.
You have to scroll it up. It is there.
Okay.
It is there, madam. Show the message afterwards. Can you see now?
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Participants, please don't worry because in some of your groups, some will not be there. If that is the case, you can go and join somewhere. They might be absent for the session. Okay. This is a simple code. You please run and see. Venugopal sir, you can see, go to 1 or 2 rooms and you can see.
Yeah. I just tried join one room.
Yeah, fine, sir. We will also come to 1 or 2 rooms and we'll see. We'll help you. Okay.
Sure.
Dr. Monica Sharma, do you feel any technical issues in joining?
Sir, actually, I'm looking for my name here in the sheet. Actually,
you belong to which stream?
Management only.
Management. You can go to 21, 22, 23, any room.
Yeah. It's finance. Actually, I mentioned. So it is showing me. Actually, my area of expertise is finance only. So I can join 29.
Yeah. It is your wish, ma'am. We have just made you easy. That's all. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, 29
There
hours.
is no rule of thumb. You can create your own.
Okay.
How to join, sir?
Press join button, sir. It will be there as a join. You go to more, you can see breakout rooms, sir.
Yes, sir. We final breakout room limited. Okay. More.
Somebody should be there, sir. If no one is there, don't go to that room. Go to the room, someone is there.
Sir? Sir? Hello, sir?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Human resource
Sir,
management.
do you have any query?
Yeah. Madam, I tried to install the R Studio. It got installed, but when I tried to open, it says error. You need to have some other, choose R installation.
Okay, ma'am. Then you have to install both R installation as well as R Studio. Okay, I'll share you the link again.
Okay. R Studio I did, madam. Now it's saying install R.
Yeah. That's okay, ma'am. I'll share you the link. Okay, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. S. Priya Reddy, Kalasari, Bharati Devi,
Madam, you're putting in the chat, madam.
Yeah. I'm going to drop it in the chat box only.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm not.
The problem happens because you have to install both R Studio Desktop as well as R Studio. In few of the versions, that conflict will be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you have
in
to
the
install both. Okay. So you have to install both. I've shared you the link in the chat box. I'm going to share you the main link also. If you go and click on that, you'll be able to understand. If you have already installed R Studio means please install R for desktop alone.
So, madam, so in the link that you just gave, cran.studio, R Studio,
Yeah.
I have to do download R for Windows.
Yeah, download R for Windows. And when you click on that, you go and click on install R for the first time.
First time, okay.
Yeah.
And it's asking download R file 4.5.1 for Windows.
Sorry,
Again.
ma'am.
Sorry, after the
Yeah, download R. That's a version, ma'am. R Studio version. Okay, so download R 4.5.1 for Windows. Just click on it. So an exe file will be downloaded.
After this, it should work, or any other thing I have to install?
No, that's enough. That's enough. Because in few systems, we have to install both R Studio as well as R Studio Desktop also. Only when both are there, you'll be able to fetch the libraries from CRAN. That's why.
Understood.
Okay.
And the original thing also, and do you want to customize the startups option? No need, right?
No need, ma'am.
Ma'am, in my room, no one is there. My room number is 18.
18, ma'am. Then you can come out and go for some. No, ma'am, not joined. Few of them have not joined. That's why. Then you can go to some other.
Actually, I have come out because I couldn't able to find anyone there. So
actually we have assigned
I returned
also
back.
Shiba D and Suraj Shekhar, but they have not joined. So you can come out and go to some other room, ma'am. Maybe you can go and join in room number 17.
Nobody will reply to our questions and in chat messages.
Sir, what is your question, sir?
From where we can download the R full projects for practice.
Yeah, practice data sets are available there only, sir. When you go to that CRAN thing, you can see.
No. I'm not talking about data sets. I am talking about R projects in which you have data sets, scripts, and outputs.
Sir, actually, as of now, this breakout room, we have shared only Python codes, but we'll be sharing with you few R scripts after this session. Don't worry about it.
I think, ma'am, you are not getting my point. I am just asking from where we can get free R projects, full projects.
You want full projects, R projects?
Yes.
For practicing only, no, sir?
Yes.
We will share you after the session, sir.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Dimple here, ma'am. My name is not mentioned in that Excel sheet. Which
No
room should I
issues,
be?
ma'am. No issues, ma'am. You can join any of the rooms. Room number 17, 20, 21. We have few participants there. So kindly join any of the rooms.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, madam, we were waiting in room 15. Nobody from the admin side is there. So, are we
So
supposed to do something
you
or
can
simply?
start, sir. You can start, sir. They'll be coming and monitoring. Since we have 45 rooms, one by one they are going and monitoring. Okay.
No, but
Madam, how
still
to
we
join
don't know
that room,
exactly
madam?
what to
I'm
start.
unable to understand.
Just click on join, sir. If you click on any of the room number, one join icon will be there. If you click on that means automatically you'll be able to join. You're able to see the breakout room, no? Just click on more option. Okay. The 3 dots will be there, no, in Zoom. That more option. If you click on that more option, you will have a name called breakout rooms. So if you click on that, you can see 45 rooms. So if you're not already assigned means you can choose your own room, which interests you. Okay, and we'll see a small thing. That's it. We don't have enough time.
Madam, after that installation, it's working fine, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So, madam, once I open that R Studio, then what are the first step you told, madam?
Yeah, just click on file, ma'am. File R script. File new R script.
Okay.
Yeah, and I pasted a code in the chat box. No, you can run that code.
Okay.
The histogram code. So just Control A, Control C, and Control V.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sure. Thank you. File new project, madam, or new file, madam? New R script.
Yeah, new file. Click on file, ma'am.
With the
File,
post
new file, R
IT.co,
script.
which one?
And new
Hello?
R script.
Yeah,
Correct,
yeah.
madam?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hello, excuse me, ma'am. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am. I'm not getting any for room number 47. The list
No,
is
you
showing.
come to room number 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Come to room number 3, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Now all of you came to the main room,
Hello?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, tell me, sir.
So actually there is breakout room is not showing and I am unable to join. Please.
No, sir. I just closed the breakout room. We'll have that exercise because many are new to the breakout room exercises. Some they don't know how to join it. We'll make them familiar.
Actually, there is no breakout room number 47 is showing in the list. That's why I'm unable to join. So before 30 seconds, ma'am said that you have to join room number 3. That's why I am searching for that. Can you please reopen for a second?
Okay, all the participants, you can just note down that in this session, Venugopal, myself, and Dr. Anu, we have provided an overview where to run the program. We gave you a sample exercise of multiplication, subtraction, addition. That is the only program we provided. And she provided a histogram program. Okay, you can just copy and paste it in the Google Colab environment. Just press the run button, you will get the answer. So how to link this with all our academic researchers will become in the forthcoming session. Okay, I think it is a bit new for all of you. If you have any questions, you can come forward. Professor Venugopal is also here. He will answer you and we'll go to the next session. Okay.
Shiva, that was a really nice session. Actually, can we download online data, sir? As you said in while your session, you said we can get some secondary data and we can do the analysis.
Yes,
so,
yes.
is there any particular website so that we can download the data and we can do in
Madam,
our
there are many websites, madam. For example, if you just go and see the TripAdvisor website, you can see people who are used to the TripAdvisor. You can see people who have been given the reviews. Even in
Okay,
Google
sir.
reviews, you can go and see. For example, you take one hospital, you see Google reviews are available. We can collect all the reviews, we can put it in an Excel sheet, and we can find out whether that hospital is doing good or not, where there is a gap exists. These type of qualitative analysis we can do. Okay. So this
This is from
analysis.
Google. This is from Google or any reviews we can do by online. Other than that,
Any
any
online
marketing.
business, any online
Other
business, you
than
can see reviews, madam. Amazon, you can see reviews.
Okay.
Any Google business, if you can see reviews are there. If you go to
Yes.
any platforms like Reddit, if you go for Glassdoor, where you can find out the reviews about the college where you are working, you can see all the data and you can show your college where you are lagging. So
Okay, sir. Sir,
wherever
apart from this, any government data
it is
can
available,
we?
ma'am. RBI is there. Reserve Bank of India database is there. If you go to India Stat, the data is available. Wherever government data is available, COVID data is there. So people cancer patient data are there.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
that we will show you in the second class, madam. Data scrapping and doing is there.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Is there direct download available, or we have to like manually extract these reviews, and how can we collect the data?
Now it is little too early to do that. The professor is coming.
You can download the data also, right?
Yeah,
but
very
there are
well done.
yeah. So I mean, there are multiple websites. You can just go to Google and then say, I want this kind of a data. Where can I download this from, right? So it will give you a lot of options. From there, you should be able to download the data set. And for example, there are some websites like Kaggle, which we have already given notebooks for you, and then we have explained how to download as well in those notebooks, right? You will be able to use that code and start downloading that data as well, right? Directly into Colab. So most of this information is public, sir. So you can just search and then start doing that.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And there are further sessions regarding this, madam. This first session is about very, very basic, how to run a simple program only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can.
Sir, one basic doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what's the actual is there any difference in the output from R Studio as well as your Colab? Hello?
Yeah, you can.
Sir, is it audible, sir?
Sir, you're audible, sir. Actually, only the coding differs, okay? Output will be same in both R and Python. Only the coding pattern or structure will differ. For example, if you take the library or the way in which you code, only that changes with languages, sir. But output will be same across all the languages.
Which one would be easier, ma'am?
I think for beginner level, Python will be easier when compared to R programming, because when you go for R programming, when you get some error, it will be difficult when compared to Python. And moreover, R programming is not AI enabled. But Python, if you go for Google Colab or some other software or a platform, you have AI assistance. So it will be easy for you to rectify the error also.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Yes, can you share all the codes that has been demonstrated to us?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. We'll be sharing it after the session. Okay. Or
Yeah.
end of the day. Or end of the day after both the
We
sessions.
will arrange all the codings and everything. We are having a separate Google Drive folder is there. We will share it with you. By naming each resource person, you can open it and you can see.
Okay, okay. Please share it on WhatsApp group. Sometimes the chat we mix
We'll
the
share
chat.
it. Okay. We'll share you the link.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Anu madam, can you please post the attendance link in the website? You can see.
Okay. I'll post
Okay.
it.
You can answer the attendance. Every session there is an attendance. You can answer it. And you can see Professor Venmark link from Malaysia has got joined. Hello, sir.
Sir, before that, Venugopal sir, thank you for the wonderful session. I hope participants also enjoyed your session well. And
Yeah, thank you for the invite, ma'am.
Thank you for your patience also. I know you are a experienced.
No. So that's fine, ma'am. So we are
You
also
started
learning.
from scratch.
It's a good experience for us also. Thanks, Vijay. Vijay also joined this call.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Vijay Anand sir also for helping and assisting Venugopal.
Thank you,
sir
Vijay
throughout
Anand
the
sir.
session.
We also have a session with you. We're happy to have that also.
Yeah, no problem. Sure. Thank you, guys.
Ma'am, can you share Venugopal sir's email ID, ma'am?
Yes, yeah, ma'am. Actually, he is actually going to join for us, okay, for another session.
Okay.
So don't worry. Venugopal sir session is done. Even Vijayanand sir will be coming again for another session. So we'll be sharing you with all the email IDs, okay, after getting consent from them.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank
so
you all.
I have posted, thank you, sir. So I posted the attendance Google form in the chat box. Kindly fill it.
Professor Lim?
Can anyone confirm whether you are able to open the attendance link?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
We can.
Okay. So I request all the participants to fill the attendance link for session 1 for Mr. Venugopal's session.
Ma'am, where is the attendance Google form? I'm unable to see.
It's posted in the chat box, ma'am. Just click on chat.
Opening, madam, actually. We are troubling that also.
Yeah, Anu madam, Professor Venmark has came here. We can give the attendance in the chat box, okay?
Yes, sir. Actually, it's shared. Can anyone else confirm whether you're able to open the link? One of you confirm,
I'm
right?
able to open. It's working.
Yeah, thank you.
In fact, I have submitted the attendance. It is working properly.
Okay,
feedback link is working, the attendance.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Professor Lim, you can please start. The resource person for the second session is there.
Okay. So dear participants, we are deeply honored to welcome Professor Dr. Lim Weng Mare, the Dean and Distinguished Professor at Sunway Business School, Sunway University, Malaysia. So he is also an ASU, that is Sintania Alliance Global Partner Affiliate Faculty at Arizona State University, and an adjunct professor at Sung Kuen University in Korea, as well as Swinburne University of Technology, Australia. So Professor Dr. Lim holds a PhD in Business and Commerce and a first-class honours bachelor's degree from Monash University, Australia. He has also earned a graduate certificate in Learning and Teaching from Swinburne University and certificate in School Management and Leadership from Harvard University. So recognized as the youngest professor in Malaysia by the Malaysia Book of Records, Dr. Lim has been celebrated for the exceptional academic contributions through multiple prestigious honors, including the Malaysia Research Star Award, the Top Scientist Malaysia Award, and the 10 Outstanding Young Malaysian Award. So his research achievements are extraordinary, with over 10,000 citations and more than 100 publications in leading international journals such as Journal of Business Research, Annals of Tourism Research, and Technovation. So he is also ranked among the top 2% scientists in the world by Elsevier and Stanford University. So beyond academia, Dr. Lim plays a key role in shaping global education initiatives, having worked with organizations such as UNESCO, AACSB, QS, and the World Economic Forum. He also serves as editor-in-chief and associate editor for several high-impact scholarly journals. His work is strongly aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly focusing on no poverty, gender equality, and decent work and economic growth, ensuring meaningful societal impact through research and education. So today, Sir will be leading a highly insightful session on getting started with bibliometric, analyzing scholarly literature. So dear participants, please join me in offering a warm and enthusiastic welcome to Professor Lim. Over to you, Professor.
Welcome, Professor Lim. Welcome.
Thank you very much. And thank you also to all participants here today. I think it's about 8 p.m. your side. It's 10:30 p.m. my side. We are not at home. We are not enjoying or anything like that. We are here to learn. So that's good, right? Very happy for that. Right, so today's session is on bibliometric analysis. I have some slides, and then we will go into the hands-on session. But just to give you an overview is that bibliometric analysis is a technique to analyze literature, all right? So what does this mean? This means that the overarching umbrella is actually called systematic literature review. And for systematic literature reviews, there are two parts to it. The first part is to search for papers systematically, right? So that's where you use your Prisma, you use your SPA for SLR, and so on, right? To go about searching the papers. Once you have gotten the papers, then you have to analyze those papers. And to analyze those papers, you have different ways. You have a manual content analysis, where you analyze it based on themes. Alternatively, you can also conduct content analysis by organizing the papers based on frameworks. What kind of frameworks? You have frameworks like the ADO framework, antecedents, decisions, outcome. You have the TCM framework, the theory, context, method, right? So that is how you can actually analyze those papers using content analysis guided by frameworks like the ADO framework and the TCM framework. Other than that, you can analyze the relationships in those papers using a meta-analysis, right? So that's the second approach. And the third approach is using bibliometric analysis. So bibliometric analysis is automated. What it does is that all the papers that you have gotten, for example, let's say you have 500 papers. What bibliometric analysis does is to take, let's say, 200 papers, put it into basket A, another 100 papers in basket B, another 100 papers in basket C, and let's say 80 papers in basket D. Right? So you have a balance of 20 papers. Those 20 papers cannot be put into any basket. So that's outliers. But your 480 papers have already been put into 4 different baskets. Baskets A, B, C, and D. And what does this mean? It means that basket A, papers in basket A represents a team. Basket B represents another team. Basket C represents another team. And basket D represents another team. To give you an example, right? So imagine this, all right? Imagine we have apple, orange, banana, broccoli, carrot, cauliflower, tomato, cucumber, chicken, lamb, and beef, right? So when we hear about that, what categories do we have? We have fruits, we have vegetable, and we have poultry. And that's what bibliometric analysis does. It takes the papers that you have found and put it into different baskets so that each basket is a category, right? So that's a plain example using food, right? Alternatively is, for example, you may have 200 papers that is on consumer behavior, another 100 papers on advertising, another 100 papers on branding, and another 80 papers on business to business marketing, right? So then those becomes the themes of those areas to understand the discipline of marketing itself, right? So that's what bibliometric analysis does. It puts the papers into different baskets, whereby each basket represents a theme. So therefore, bibliometric analysis essentially is a cluster-based analysis, right? It's a cluster-based analysis. What are cluster-based analysis? It's like in quantitative research. In quantitative research, you have factor analysis. And what factor analysis does is that you have all the questions in your questionnaire. The different questions will be in different clusters, right? So let's say a group of questions here is in one cluster, and the cluster is called perceived ease of use. Other set of questions fall into another cluster called the ease of use cluster, and so on. All right, so that's what factor analysis does. Factor analysis is also a form of cluster analysis, and that typically happens in survey research in quantitative analysis. So bibliometric analysis operates in the same way. It clusters things together, right? While factor analysis clusters the questions in the questionnaire, bibliometric analysis clusters the paper in your review. Okay, so that is giving you a backdrop about what systematic literature review is. It is the umbrella, and within systematic literature review, you have your search process and you have your analysis process. Search process are your protocols, like your Prisma protocol, your SPA for SLR protocol. We will have a look at this in a short while. And the other one is the analysis techniques, right? You have manual content analysis, looking at themes, or you have manual content analysis guided by frameworks like the ADO, Antecedents, Decisions, Outcome, or TCM, Theory, Context, Method. That's content analysis. And then you have meta-analysis, looking at the relationships. And the last one there is you have bibliometric analysis, the one that we're going to talk about today, where we cluster the different papers into different categories, right? So that is how the systematic literature review umbrella looks like. Okay, so now on to the topic for today. And I understand that I saw a comment just now, whether there's any slides. Yes, there are some slides. I'll share the slides after this. But just give me a moment. Let me pull up the slides. Just give me a moment.
Professor Lim, you can also share the bibliometrics screen. You can do it lively if you...
Yes. I will do that. I will do that after this. But I wanted to just set the scene first.
Yes.
So that everybody understands that bibliometric analysis is not different than systematic literature review. Bibliometric analysis is an analytical technique under the broader umbrella of systematic literature review, right? Okay, so let's dive in. And you'll be able to see my screen now. Do let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can see.
Okay, good. All right, so in the next hour or so, we are going to cover three things. The first one is to introduce bibliometric analysis to you. The second one is how to search for data from Scopus. So I believe that you have Scopus. And the third one is how do you analyze the data, right? And we're going to use two software today. One is Bibliometrics in R. Bibliometrics is a package in the R environment, and VOS Viewer is a standalone software. All right, so we're going to use two software today, and I will explain to you which analysis you use which software and why. All right, so I will explain to you after this. All right, so we know that the body of knowledge, it's vast. All right, why is it vast? Because there is continuous evolution. More and more people are doing research today, you know, as compared to the past. We do 10 times more research today as compared to before. Evidence of that is that before pandemic, right, before 2020, journals usually have about 300 submissions, but today journals have 3,000 submissions. So that is example of research has grown 10 times more since the pandemic until today. Right, so we have a very, very large body of knowledge. And what we want to find out is that how have the knowledge grown over time? What are the major areas of research in a particular area? All right, so we want to look at the patterns and the trends. So patterns is current state, trends is the evolution of those themes, for example, over time. All right, so it tells us that. Why? Is because we want an objective evaluation. We always like to say that, you know, this research is underexplored. The question is, where is the evidence that is underexplored? If we say that this has not been looked at in developing countries, is there evidence to back that up? All right. So therefore, bibliometric analysis can provide these answers. It can tell you that this research area, for example, customer engagement, which country has done the most research on it? And then you will realize that a lot of research in customer engagement has been done in the US, in the UK, and Europe, right? But when you look at Asia, you don't see many, right? So therefore, you can then conclude that the research of the area is underdeveloped in developing countries, right? It can give you the objective evaluation. And of course, future research directions, because once you know what is the current state, you know what the trends are coming about, you know where there are gaps, therefore you can actually propose future research directions.
Sorry to interrupt, Professor Lin. If you could make it a full screen, many are telling in the chat box to make the screen full.
The full screen now, right? Can you see the full screen?
It is actually in the presenter's view. It is there.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, no issues. You can make it little bit. That's all. A small request.
It's okay. Let me see. Let me just give me a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see in full screen now?
Now it is right, sir. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Excellent,
so we talk
sir.
about
Excellent.
Okay, so we talk about the body of knowledge that is growing and growing, and we want to know what is the current trends, what are the current patterns, and we want to do it in an objective manner so that we can propose future research. All right. So that's our motivation, and to do that, therefore, bibliometric analysis come into play. All right. So bibliometric analysis is a quantitative technique for analyzing research. It can structure research, it can synthesize research, and it can make sense of what is happening. So, in terms of analysis, there are two types of analysis in bibliometric analysis. The first one is performance analysis. And performance analysis, you look at the number of publications and number of citations. There is a misconception that goes out there, and they say that bibliometric analysis is not a very useful analysis because it only talks about which are the top publications, who are the top authors, and how many citations, and so on. They say that this does not create new knowledge, right? But what is the counter-argument towards these critics? The counter-argument towards these critics is that performance analysis tells you the profile of publications in that area of research. It is like when you do a quantitative research, when you do a survey research, you report your participants' profile. Same case when you do qualitative research, you report the profile of your interviewees. So likewise, when we do systematic literature reviews, we also report the profile of those publications in the field. That's what performance analysis does. It provides a profile of the papers in the field, right? Which means that performance analysis in bibliometric analysis is not the main analysis. It is just giving you an idea. What is the profile of papers like? Same like the profile of respondents in quantitative research, same like profile of interviewees in qualitative research. That's it, right? It's just the profile of whatever that you're trying to analyze. So that's the first part. The second part, where knowledge truly matters, is the science mapping part, right? Why does it call science mapping? It is called science mapping because you are trying to map the scientific knowledge, right? Which are the major themes in the field and how do they relate to one another, right? So it tells you the current state, it also tells you the evolution of it. So that's science mapping, right? So bibliometric analysis have two types of analysis. The first one is called performance analysis, which looks at publication and citations. Publication signals productivity, citation signals impact. And the second part is science mapping. And through science mapping, when we map the scientific knowledge, we can know the current state of knowledge as well as the evolution of the knowledge. How have knowledge in that field evolved over time? So that's the two types of analysis in bibliometric analysis. When it comes to data, we have two types of data. We have contributor data and we have contribution data. Contributor data is, for example, the authors in the field, the institutions in the field, the country in the field, and the journals that are publishing it. So therefore, we can know who are the top authors that publish the most. We can know which institution published the most, which country published the most, and which journals publish research in the area the most. So that is contributor data. The other one is contribution data. So contribution data is used as a proxy to map the scientific knowledge in the field. Things like the article title, abstract, and keywords. Things like the citations and the references. We will have a closer look at this later on. But when you extract data from Scopus, this is what you actually extract. You will extract contributor data and contribution data from Scopus. And based on what we extract from Scopus, we can run a bibliometric analysis. Okay? Database, we have Scopus. Scopus is, a prominent database by Elsevier. We also have Web of Science, and Web of Science is by Clarivate Analytics. Of course, if we can combine both Scopus and Web of Science, we are able to get a very comprehensive database, right? But for many of us, we only have access to Scopus, we don't have access to Web of Science. And then again, for many of us, we are in the social sciences field. In the field of social sciences, most of our papers are indexed in Scopus, all right? And more often than not, whatever that is indexed in Scopus is also indexed in Web of Science, right? So this is true for the social sciences like business, management, and so on. But in the sciences, you will realize that a lot of their journals in sciences, like in medicine, is indexed in Web of Science, but not in Scopus, right? But for many of us, I believe here today, we are from the social sciences. So therefore, actually using Scopus is enough, because whatever is in Scopus is also in Web of Science. So you don't need to actually manage duplicates, because managing duplicates can be very complicated, especially when you combine databases. So because of that, my advice is that if you're in social sciences, using Scopus is enough, right? So the database here, before that, right, we have the different tools or the software to analyze it, right? There's Bibliometrics, which is a package in the R environment, and VOS Viewer, which is the software for bibliometric analysis. So these two softwares are what we're going to use, right? And the database provides the data, right? So Scopus provides contributor data, contribution data. The data is what we input into the analysis tool, all right? But before that, we clean for consistency, we clean for duplication, all right? I'll teach you how to do that after this, all right? So once we have the data, we have cleaned it, then we analyze it using the tools, and through the tool like Bibliometrics and VOS Viewer, we are able to run performance analysis and size mapping, right? So in a nutshell, what you see on screen is what bibliometric analysis is all about, right? So this is the high-level overview of what bibliometric analysis is. Right, so what you can see on screen is a search protocol, all right? There are two types of search protocol. One is Prisma. So Prisma is by Moher and colleagues that was published in 2009, all right? So Prisma is a protocol that tells you to document everything you are making, all the decisions you are making in the search process. That's what Prisma tells you. In 2021, a group of researchers from consumer sciences came out with this protocol called the SPA for SRR protocol, right? So what's the difference? The difference is just the naming of the stages, but the stages can actually be mapped identically, all right? So for Prisma, the stages are identification, screening and eligibility, and inclusion. For SPA for SRR, it is assembling, arranging, and assessing. And as you can see on screen, the stages map to each other, right? So it doesn't really matter whether you use Prisma or whether you use SPA for SRR. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that you document these considerations. For example, what is your search focus? Your search focus is, let's say, the metaverse, right? So because your focus is the metaverse, when you develop your search keywords, or we call it a keyword string, then you must include the different spellings of the metaverse, right? Like what you see on screen, metaverse or meta/verse or meta space verse, right? Because these are the different spelling of how people actually spell metaverse, right? Search period is looking at, what is the period of your search? Is it up to the date of search? So I had a paper that I will show you after this. The date of search was until 15 October 2023. If you want to use today, which is 27 October 2025, you can do that. Search database, if you use Scopus, just put Scopus. If you use Web of Science, just mention Web of Science. If you use both, then mention both. But like I said, if you are looking at it from a social science perspective, actually using Scopus is enough, right? Search field, search field. What is search field? Search field is where are you going to search these keywords in, all right? So here it is article title, abstract, and keywords. Why do we only search in article title, abstract, and keywords? It's because if the keywords that you use to search for articles, all right, if they truly matter in that paper, definitely those keywords will appear in the title, abstract, and keywords. It is impossible, all right, almost impossible for you to search a keyword and that keyword, if it's so important, it does not appear in the title, abstract, and keywords. It is very unlikely that will be the case, right? So the assumption here is that when you choose your search field, which is article title, abstract, and keywords, it means that if the topic that you're looking at, for example, the metaverse, if the metaverse is really important, the word metaverse should appear in the title, abstract, and keywords. And if it appears over there, then the article will show up in the search results, right? So that's why the search field is limited to article, title, abstract, and keywords. Because if you include the entire paper itself, including the references, what will happen is that you may end up picking papers in the search result that doesn't fit your search focus, doesn't fit the focus of your review. All right, the metaverse could only be mentioned in a very light-hearted manner, all right, in a very touch and go manner, meaning that the metaverse is not of central focus in the paper. It was just mentioned sparingly, right? So because of that, search field was always the article title, abstract, and keywords. So once you input this into the search database like Scopus, then you will have your number of documents that you come out. And when you get the number of documents up, don't be scared. Sometimes you see 3,000 over documents and you'll be thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm going to review 3,000 over documents? The answer is yes, you can review 3,000 over documents. Why? Because you are not going to review it manually. You are going to review it using an automated technique. What is that automated technique? This is called bibliometric analysis, right? You're not going to read each and every article. You are going to let the software tell you which articles are in which cluster, and then you read the top articles in that cluster. Or you read the articles in the cluster over time. Like for example, in the early days, what was the focus? In the mid days, what was the focus? And most recently, what was the focus? All right, so you read in a very smart manner. All right, so therefore you can actually review an area with a lot of papers over there. Okay, so the search results will give you that. And then once you have the search results, you want to do some filtering, right? You only want to include certain types of documents, for example. For example, in document type, you only want to include article, right? Document type, you have article, you have reviews, you have editorials, you have notes, you have corrections, you have retractions, and all those kind of things. But what you really want is just article. Why? Because article is either conceptual or article is usually empirical. Why don't you include review? Because you yourself is doing a review. That's why you don't include reviews. Why you don't include editorial? Because editorials are not peer review. All right. So usually in terms of document type, you will select article. In terms of language, because we only understand English, we don't understand Spanish, we don't understand Italian, and so on. That's why we only choose English. And English is the lingua franca. It is the language of science. The next one is publication stage. All right. Then we have like final. All right. We have in press. So usually what we do is that we only include articles that have already been finalized. It is not in press. What's the difference between final and in press? Final is when the article has been assigned a volume, an issue number, and a page number. Then it's final. If it's in press, means that the paper is now online, but the paper has not been put into a volume, issue, or page number yet. So why do we not include in press? Why we only include final? Because sometimes a paper might be published, for example, in 2025, but only gets assigned to a volume, issue, and page number in 2026 or 2027. So therefore, when you report in your review, it becomes incorrect reporting in the future. Because the paper that was in press, you classify it as 2025, when in actual fact, the in press paper has not been assigned a volume, issue, and page number, and is only it should show in the coming years. right? So therefore, we only include papers that are finalized in the publication stage. The next one is source type. So source type means whether it's journals, whether it's books, whether it's conferences, and so on. So more often than not, we only include journal articles. Why? Because journal articles are exploratory. What does it mean by exploratory? Means they actually do research and find out something new, right? In contrast, books usually are explanatory. It is not exploratory. Why? Books usually rehash or repeat things that we already know. If we want to talk about the latest insights, we would not read a book. We will read journal articles. Journal articles gives us the latest insights. Books gives us repeated insights. Right? That is usually the case. And why we don't include conference papers? Because conference papers are usually work in progress. Conference papers are usually not full papers. And more often than not, what happens is that we will usually publish our ideas in conference and then publish the full papers in journal. So because of that, we also avoid double counting. Okay? To avoid that, we don't include conference papers. Right? So that in general, in business, in management, in marketing, we usually only look at journals as source type. But nevertheless, if you are, let's say you are in business analytics, let's say you're information system, do you include the IEEE conference proceedings? The answer is yes, you can. Why? Because in information systems, information technology, data science, data analytics, business analytics, in those fields of research, the main publication outlet is not journals, it's actually in conference proceedings, especially the IEEE conference proceedings or the ACM conference proceedings, Association of Computing, right? So because of that, then maybe you want to include conference proceedings if you are doing research in the area of information systems, information technology, data science, data analytics, and business analytics. But if not, if you're doing in business, in management, in marketing, accounting and finance, usually your source type is only journal, okay? The next one is search areas or subject areas, right? Subject areas. Usually you will include business management and accounting. Why business management and accounting? Because things like marketing, things like hospitality, things like tourism, things like management, they are all categories within the subject area called business management accounting, right? How do you know that? Very simple. If you want to know, marketing is in which field, you just type a marketing journal, let's say journal marketing, and then you search Scopus, you will realize that it falls under business management accounting. Right? We'll take a look at it after this. So once you use these filters, you filter by document type, which includes article, you filter by language, which includes English, you filter publication stage, which is only final, and you filter source type, which is journals, you filter subject areas, which is business management accounting, then suddenly what will happen is that your 3,000 over documents that you have earlier will suddenly become only 150 documents, okay? And if let's say you use Scopus and Web of Science, then maybe you have duplicates, right? As you can see, a lot of duplicates are removed when it comes to metaverse research. So in total, you only have 172. So for 154 to 172, that's only a few papers over there. The question is that a significant amount? Actually, it's not significant. It's only a difference of about 18 papers over there. Right? Yeah, 18 papers over there. So 18 papers will not change the themes in your analysis. Right? So it's okay. You don't have to be entirely perfect. Right? Even 18 papers are missing, that's okay. 154 papers will also give you the same results as 172 papers. That's usually the case. So once you have filtered it, then you can start doing your analysis, which is bibliometric analysis. You can then analyze the performance and you can then do your size mapping. Okay? And then when you want to propose future research directions, that's where you look at some trend analysis and you do some gap spotting, right? So don't worry, after this, I will give you these papers as well, if you have not already gotten them. The first one is how to do a bibliometric analysis. In there introduces you all the different techniques that are there. The one in the middle looks at how bibliometric analysis advances theory and how it advances practice. Right? Meaning, what is the contribution of bibliometric analysis to theory and what is the contribution of bibliometric analysis to practice? You can use the ideas from the guide in the middle. And the last guide, which is the guide on the right, how to combine and clean bibliometric data and use bibliometric tools synergistically. This guide here is the ultimate guide. it gives you step by step exactly what to do. Right? So the last guide is the ultimate guide. It was published in 2024. This guide here really is the ultimate guide because it tells you even where to download the software, what to click, what are the commands to use, and so on. And it gives you how the output look like from software and how you can turn that software output into a professional looking out, table or figure or anything like that, right? Because why? Because the last thing that you want to do is to use the actual output, the output from the software. You want to use it 100%. Like for example, if you want to talk about number of publications, number of citations, you don't use the software output because the software output is very poor. So what you're going to do is to convert the software output into something that looks more professional. All right. And all the examples are in the paper in the right. All right. And you can download it for free. Everything is free. Okay. And then there is this guide here as well about how do you interpret the results. So to interpret the results, we use a sense-making approach. All right, and sense-making approach consists of 3 steps. The first step is to scan for trends. What are the trends that are happening? Number 2 is sensing. Sensing what is happening. Why is this trend happening? And the last one is substantiating. Right? Do you have citations to support the trends and the why that you are finding it out? All right, so sense making consists of 3 steps: scanning, sensing, and substantiating. Scanning for trends, sensing why the trend is happening, and substantiating by providing evidence and citation to what you have just found. All right, so this is the paper there. All right, this is performance analysis and this is science mapping. Okay, as mentioned, performance analysis can look at publication metrics. Publication tells you productivity. It can tell you whether the field is publishing more over time. Is it growing? Citation is impact. Is it making an impact? All right. Are people citing research on the field? And sometimes you have hybrid metrics. Hybrid metrics are things like H index and so on. Right. But those are the things that we don't usually do because that one involves manual calculation. Science mapping, you have a couple of types, but I will use an illustration to show you. Right. So science mapping, basically you have 3 types. You have core citation analysis, you have bibliographic coupling, and you have keyword concurrence analysis, right? So what's the difference between these 3 different analyses? As you can see on the left, there are documents called citing documents, and there are documents called cited documents. Citing documents are the articles itself. For example, the metaverse article, right? And within the metaverse article, there is a reference list, right? There's reference list in there. So the references are cited documents. Now, if you look at core citation analysis looks at, for example, if a metaverse article A cites article B and article C, article B and article C in the reference list will become one cluster. So what this means is that core citation analysis clusters the references together. Why does it cluster the references together? What does this mean? It means that what is the knowledge that is the core knowledge in the field that is relied upon. And that's why, for example, in metaverse research, if you run a core citation analysis, you will see clusters with articles like Joe Hare's article, Christian Ringer's article, Marco Sastet's article, right? Fornell and Lacker's article, right? And when you think about it, hey, Joe Hare, Christian Ringer, Marco Sastet, Fornell and Lacker, these people are actually looking at multivariate data analysis. They are looking at validity, convergent and discriminant validity. How come they are in this cluster? They are not talking about the metaverse, right? Sometimes you may wonder. The reason for that is because that's how core citation analysis works. Core citation analysis clusters the references. It doesn't cluster the metaverse article, it clusters the references. So as you can see there, the circle for core citation analysis is the circle at article B, article C. And what is article B, article C? It is cited documents, which means references. So this means that core citation analysis tells you what knowledge is being relied upon in the field to generate new knowledge. Okay, so that is core citation analysis. The next one is called bibliographic coupling. Now, as you can see, the circle or the clustering for bibliographic coupling is at the article level, which means that if two metaverse articles, metaverse article A, metaverse article B, if they cite article C, all right, it means that article A and article B forms a one cluster. So as you can see, the cluster for article A, article B for bibliographic coupling is at the article level, right? Which means that they represent, article A, article B represents the knowledge about metaverse itself, all right? So that's bibliographic coupling. It clusters based on metaverse articles that have same references. The metaverse articles become one cluster, right? So that's the difference between bibliographic coupling and co-citation analysis. The level of clustering is different. Co-citation analysis clusters the references. Bibliographic coupling clusters the articles based on referencing similarity, but it clusters the articles itself, okay? The last one there is keyword co-occurrence analysis. And as we all know, keyword co-occurrence analysis means that keywords that always appear together form a particular cluster. Okay, keywords that always appear together form one particular cluster. So this means that bibliographic coupling and keyword co-occurrence analysis can actually be triangulated. Triangulated means this: the themes that come out from bibliographic coupling and the themes that come out from keyword co-occurrence analysis can be mapped together. Like for example, we talk about metaverse. When we talk about augmented and virtual reality, that may be one cluster in bibliographic coupling. And that cluster can also appear in keyword co-occurrence analysis. So because of that, the clusters are the same. So they match to each other, meaning that although the proxies are different, the proxy for bibliographic coupling or the assumption is based on similarity in referencing. Article A, article B have shared similar references. That's why article B and article B form one cluster. Whereas keyword co-occurrence analysis is that the keywords in article A, article B always appear together. That's why the keywords form one cluster. Which means that bibliographic coupling and keyword co-occurrence analysis can triangulate. Which means that the themes from bibliographic coupling will always be the same as the themes from the keyword co-occurrence analysis so that they can map. And when they can map, that is called triangulation. Okay, so these are the three main analyses from bibliometric analysis, size mapping. Okay, hope that this is clear to you.
Shall we see this directly, sir? Can you show it?
Yes. I'll show this to you after this. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to download and install the software. Okay. So what I want you to do is to go to Google and just type RStudio download. Okay. So you go to Google, you type RStudio download. And when you do that, you have to install in the order of the direction. So meaning that number one, you should install R first. Number two, install RStudio. So you must install R first before RStudio. If you do it the other way around, the software will not run. Why will not run? Because R is the main platform. RStudio operates on R. So therefore, R must be installed first. Once R is installed, then only you install RStudio. Again, I repeat, you must install R first before installing RStudio. If you do it the other way around, the software will not work and then you have a problem. Then the only way to work is that you must uninstall everything and then install in the proper order. Okay, so you install R and then you install RStudio and then only you search for VOS Viewer on Google and you download VOS Viewer. All right, so today we are going to use two software. One is RStudio and one is VOS Viewer. Okay, so let me just stop sharing my screen first. And I will share let me see. Okay, I'll share my screen. Right. Okay, so what you do is you just go to Google, go to google.com and you type RStudio, download, and you click enter, and then you will see the first link over there. All right, proceed. Click on it. Click on the link. And then when you scroll down, you're able to see this. Install R Studio. So what you do is you download and install R first, and then only you download install R Studio second. Right? So do this first and then do this second. Right? So I'll give you maybe about 3 minutes. So go ahead and download R and then R Studio as well. Right, I'll give you 3 minutes.
Actually, we asked them to do it already, sir. They are having. You can.
Do they have R Studio as well?
R Studio, we have as a prerequisite. I asked them to install it in their system already.
Okay, so I assume that everybody has R and R Studio, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go to Scopus page for searching on any Scopus file.
Sure.
You can download.
Sure.
Participants, you can please listen it carefully. He is going to the Scopus page and he's going to give the query to download the papers. This is very important.
Yep. Okay. So so what you do is you go to the Scopus page now. Okay, go to the Scopus page using your own institutional account. Go to your Scopus page and then you will see this. All right. Give me 2 minutes. I go refill my water first and then I'll come back. All right. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. And also, if you could magnify your screen, it would be better.
Yep.
No issues. Have your water and come. Participants, many of your institution would be having the paid institutional Scopus access. If you don't have one, you can get it from your friends in the institution. Deemed to be universities and all the government universities, B schools would be having this. This is a paid access where you can give the keyword of your area of research. You can download the previous research papers. Participants, in the meantime, you can open your R Studio and you can put this code and run it. You can see the Biblioshiny environment is coming in the Google Chrome. Okay.
Can you repeat, sir, what to do in R Studio?
Okay.
First, let him finish the Scopus and we'll see.
Okay, come. So now let's search for Scopus. So to do the search, let's say we have this. All right. So you have open bracket and close bracket first. All right. So let's say you want to use metaverse. Right. You have the quotation mark or metaverse or metaverse. Right. So you have different spelling. And let's say you want to look at metaverse in hospitality and tourism. All right. So what you do is you type N and you do another bracket. You have hospitality or tourism. Okay. I zoom in for you. Let me zoom in for you. So as you can see here, there is one bracket here, which is the synonym for metaverse. There is another bracket here, which is the synonym for hospitality and tourism. All right, you get hospitality or tourism, or let's say you have another one which is travel, right? Travel. Okay, travel. You must always make sure that you use the quotation marks. All right, the quotation marks, as you can see, before and after each keyword. Right. So as you can see, within the bracket, they are synonyms. Because they are synonyms, you use the word or. But in between the bracket here, all right, you have the word and. Why do you use the word and here and not use the word or? It's because you want to find out research that is on metaverse in hospitality and tourism. Because if you use the word or instead of and here, what will happen is that you will have metaverse articles and you have hospitality and tourism articles. And you will find that there are articles on metaverse that doesn't relate to hospitality and tourism, and you will find hospitality and tourism articles that doesn't relate to the metaverse. So that's why if you want metaverse in hospitality and tourism, here this search string must be the word and, not all. Okay, all means synonym, either one. Okay, so that's why all is inside the bracket. All right, because these are synonyms. All is inside the bracket. Understand? Okay, so when you put it this way, it becomes very clean. Sometimes people don't use bracket. All right, when you don't use bracket, it becomes confusing. All right, sometimes you yourself get confused. So because of that, when you use your search screen, always create brackets. Right? Even if you don't want hospitality and tourism, you just want metaverse, also create a bracket, because then it's very clear. But now let's try with hospitality and tourism. Okay? Please note that the spacing is very important. Make sure you don't have 2 times spacing or 3 times spacing. Make sure you only have 1 spacing. Right? Sometimes the search cannot run because of the spacing. Or sometimes the search cannot run because you have an open quotation mark, you forgot to put the close quotation mark, also cannot run. Right? So when something cannot run in Scopus, make sure that you have put everything nicely. Everything is complete, nothing is missing. Okay? So in this case here, nothing is missing, so we click search. Right? Within article title extract, we click search, then you leave it a while, then it will load. Okay, just wait a while. It's loading. Okay, so now we see metaverse in hospitality and tourism, about 568 papers. Okay, so what we do is we scroll down to the left. We only want up to 2025. Why? Because today is 2025, right? So when we look at it, up to 2025, just now was 568. Now we have 567, meaning that one article was in 2026. Okay, so we leave it to 2025. This figure here, 2007, I did not do anything. All right, it automatically come out on its own. What does it take? The first article was in 2007. That's what it's saying. Okay, and then when we look at subject area, because hospitality and tourism is under business management accounting, so we only click that. Document type, remember what I said, I only want article, I don't want conference paper, I don't want reviews. Why? I don't want books, book chapters. Book chapter is explanatory, not exploratory. Mean there's nothing new. Conference paper is work in progress. Review papers are redundant. So therefore, I only want article as document type. Source title, these will be all journals, so don't worry, don't bother about that. Publication stage is final. All right, in press I don't want. And then source type journal, so I click only journal. Language, I want English. Okay, then I press limit to. It's not exclude, but I press limit to, right? Because I want to limit to only this type of criteria. So when we click that, now we have 133 documents. Okay, so let's say now we are happy with these 133 documents, all right? And then you realize that, oh, the latest paper is 2022 until 2025, meaning that metaverse in hospitality and tourism is very, very new, right? Okay, so if you want to download everything, we click this box here, and then we click export, export CSV. Okay, again, I repeat, we click this box over here to select everything, and then we click export, and then we click CSV. Okay, so when we click CSV, then we have this. Citation information we want, bibliographic information we want, abstract keywords we want, funding details. Yeah, so you can use everything. Okay, and then you click export. Okay, you click export. Once you click export, then the data file will be downloaded. So as you can see at the bottom right screen, it's been downloaded. So where is it downloaded? Here. So you go to here, you realize your download history, you have this folder box, open the folder box, then you have your Scopus file here in your downloads there. right? So let's call this Scopus, Metaverse, hospitality, tourism. Okay, so this is our Scopus file. Now, if we click onto our Scopus file, we double click it, let's see what's inside. Okay, just give it a moment. Right, so just just close it. It's okay. Leave it as it is. Okay, so this is a Scopus file, right? We have 133 documents. So as you can see here, 134 minus 1 is 133, right? Because the first row here is not a document, right? So we have 133 documents. That's great. Now, if we want to know whether there's duplicates in here, how do we find out whether there's duplicates, all right? So what we do is we select everything, all right? Control A, you select everything, and then you go to Home, Conditional Formatting, okay, Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate value. Okay, I repeat again. If you want to find duplicates, you select everything in the workbook, you go to Home, Conditional Formatting here, right? This one here, Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate value. Okay, so when you click onto there, sorry. You can, sorry, what you do is first, before that, you click on the first row here, click on the first row, and then you click, where is the sort function?
In the data.
Sir, it's in data.
Yeah, so no, you can click home here, you click edit, and then you click sort and filter, and then you click filter. Okay, then the filter will be there. Okay, the filter will be there. So what you do then is to do a custom sort by DOI, find the DOI, right? Find the DOI and sort by DOI. Okay, then everything is sort by DOI. Once it's sort by DOI, then what you do is you select the DOI column, go to Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate value. Okay, select the DOI column, highlight cell rules, duplicate values, and then you click OK. Then you scroll all the way down to see whether there's anything marked in red. If there is nothing marked in red, means there is no duplicate. Okay, here there is no duplicate. Everything is correct. Okay, if you want to also know the same, then what you can do is you look at, let's say, article title. All right, you can also do the same way, sort and filter, custom sort. All right, sort and filter, custom sort. Sorry, Control A, edit, sort and filter, custom sort. Instead of DOI, now you choose, let's say, title, right? Title, and then sort by title. So it goes in alphabetical order by title. Then you want to find duplicates, select the title column, Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate values, click OK, scroll all the way down to see whether anything is in red. If nothing is in red, then means that there is no duplicates. Yeah, so here, this data file got no duplicate, so it's very clean, right? Why is it very clean? Because we only use from Scopus. That's why it's very clean. Okay, so if there's no duplicates, then means that we can use this file as it is. All right, we can use this file as it is. Okay, so what we will do now is we go to our Windows and we search for
Sir, can
RStudio.
we say that by using the title and DOI tabs, we can remove the duplicates? These are the two tabs can be used for removing the duplicates, sir?
That's right. That's right. These two are the easiest steps because DOI is the unique identifier for each document. The title is there as well. So if the DOI you never catch, the title you should be able to catch. So it's the two things which is the cross-check mechanism there.
So, sir,
to find
if we are
duplicates.
not getting any duplicate by using these two tabs, then we can make sure that our data set doesn't have any duplicate records, right, sir?
Correct. So that is the way to find duplicates. If there is no duplicate, it's okay. It's normal not to find duplicates when you only use one one database, which is Scopus. If you use Scopus and Web of Science, for sure there is duplicate.
Yes, definitely. Multiple use of multiple database can lead to this.
Correct. And like I said, doesn't really matter, because whatever in social sciences, in business and management, whatever that is in Scopus, whatever that is Web of Science is in Scopus. But not necessarily what is in Scopus is Web of Science, right? So that's why using Scopus is usually better. Okay, so so we go to the Windows, we search for RStudio, okay? And then we open RStudio, right? So we open RStudio. RStudio will open. Okay, so once RStudio open, and if let's say this is your first time, if this is your first time using RStudio to run bibliometric analysis, you need to type install.packages, right? Install.packages. And then you type inside here, Biblio, and then you see Bibliometrics there, right? Click on it, and then you click enter, right? So once that happens, then you will start to install the Bibliometric package in there. All right, like you can see on screen now, it is installing. All right, so let it install first. All right, it's installing.
Could you repeat again the steps, sir?
The step is okay. The step again is you type install.packages. Once you type install.packages, then this will come out. All right, and then after that, you type Bibliometrics in between there. Bibliometrics, once you see it come out, just click on it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so then after that, it will take about 2 to 3 minutes to download everything. So we just wait it there. So let me show you again here. Install.packages, open bracket, then you have the quotation mark, Bibliometrics there. But you just type Bibliometric, the quotation mark will automatically come out, because once you type Biblio, the option will come out, you click on the option, automatically it will be in quotation mark. Once that is there, you just click enter. Once you click enter, then the package will download and install on its own. Okay, so it's still installing, just give it a while. Takes a while to install. Okay, so once it installs ready, then you just have to type, no, still installing. Let it install first.
In the meantime, you can share that 133 paper CSV, no sir, let them also run. As it is a hands-on, after you are running, they will also run it.
Okay, let me then just share it.
Can you put me in my WhatsApp? I will share it to them. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let me do it in a WhatsApp. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I just shared to your WhatsApp.
Yeah, sir, I will give it.
Okay, let me just share my screen again first. Okay, so once it's done, so once it's downloaded ready, then we type in library, okay, type in library, and then type Bibliometrics. Okay, library, Bibliometrics, and click enter. Then it will load. Just give it a while to load. Okay, so once this is loaded, once you type library, Bibliometrics, once it's loaded, then you type this Biblio Shiny. All right, you type there Biblio Shiny. So you type Biblio Shiny. Okay, type Biblio Shiny and then click on enter. Once you click enter, it will open up a tab in your browser. Right, like what you see on screen. Once you type Biblio Shiny, it opens the tab in the browser. Okay, here, Biblio Shiny. Okay, first you type library, Bibliometrics, and then once it loads, then it tells you to start the app, which is to type Biblio Shiny. You also type Biblio Shiny, and then you click enter. Once you click enter, then the web browser will come alive. Okay, then you just wait a little while because the web browser is loading. So just wait a little while. So it takes a while to load. So just give it a while, right? Loading very slow today. Usually it's much faster. Let it load first, yeah? Because it's running in it. It's running in the back. It's running in the back.
பேமெண்ட்லாம் கிடையாது அதுக்கு முன்னாடி கட்டுறேன் எவ்வளோ 300 பேசிட்டேன் உங்களுக்கு
Sir, if it is such
Sir,
case,
if any
can't
issue,
we
can I
run
show my
Biblioshiny
screen?
again,
Can you
sir?
explain it?
Say again?
Sir, if it is such case, if it like takes a long time to load, can't we run the Biblioshiny again, sir? Can we run Biblioshiny again?
No. Don't run it again because if you look at it, it's still downloading and installing the thing. So there is no point. There is no point in trying to rerun again. Just have to be patient.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so we just have to be patient. Because it's loading, so just be patient. See, it's there now, right? Like I mentioned, just have to be patient. Okay, just have to be patient. You don't have to rerun it again or anything like that. So this is the app, Biblio Shiny. Okay. Now, when you use Biblio Shiny, it's important that you cite this paper. All right. When you say that you have used Bibliometrics in R, you must cite this paper because the authors have said that when they are used in a publication, we ask the authors to cite the following reference. Failure to cite the software is considered a violation of the license. So therefore, when you use this software in your paper, you must actually cite this paper. Okay. So what can we see? We go to data. We go to data. We go to data, and then we go to import or load. Okay, we go to import or load, and then you choose, right? Import raw file. The file here is Scopus, right? So click import raw file, and then you click Scopus, right? And then you choose your file, right? Select your file, which was in the downloads just now, Scopus Metaverse Hospitality Tourism. Open that file. Okay, once upload is complete, click start. All right, then it will load the data. Okay, so let it load. Okay, again, it takes a while, so just have to be patient, right? Okay, so once it's load, then you will see abstract is, everything is there, nothing is missing, affiliation is there, author is there, cited references is there, everything is there. All right, so it's excellent. Keywords, some of them appears to be missing, but it's only a few, that's okay. Keyword plus, corresponding authors, science categories, completely missing, is okay. Why? Because keyword plus, corresponding authors, science categories are for web or science, it's not for Scopus, right? But in general, everything is there, right? So if everything is there, then you click close, right? Because this is not important information. All right, so once everything is there, then now you can look at things. Like for example, you go to overview, you have annual scientific production, okay? So when you click annual scientific production, you have all these here, right? You have the data here. So what you do is you click plus, means you add it to the report, okay? So you click on the plus sign, then annual scientific production has been added to the report, right? If you want to know the average citation per year, you have it over there, click plus, then it adds to the report. All right, why do I click plus and add to the report? Because later on, I can download all this information in a single Excel sheet. Okay, sources, most relevant sources. So I want to know which journals publish the most. So I click the play button first, which is to run the analysis. Okay, and then I can see, right? International Journal of Contemporary Hospitality Management and so on, right? I also want this in the report, so I click the plus sign. Okay, so now I know the publication per year, I know the citations per year, I know which journals are publishing it. Let's now look at authors, all right? Most relevant authors. Same thing, I run the analysis by clicking the play button, and then I click the plus, all right? Then I click the plus. And then most relevant affiliations, I click the play button again, and then I click plus. Or if I look at author countries, I click the play button again. Hey, doesn't come out. Just look at it. Biblio AI. Let's see whether that works. So sometimes the software might have bugs. So sometimes it cannot run. All right. But let's say
for this AI, you used any Gemini API keys, sir? Otherwise, it will not work, right? I tried in mine.
Yeah, but let's see. It's okay. So if it doesn't work, it's fine. You know, corresponding author's country. When it doesn't work, then we have a problem, because why? We cannot escape it. Actually, there's a simpler way to do this. All right. The simpler way to do it is you just go to Scopus. You just click the analyze results here. All right. When you click analyze results in Scopus, then this will come up. All right, so if you want documents per year, you just click documents per year, and then you just click export, right? Export CSV. Then when you click on it, when you open the file, you actually have your documents per year, right? So that's one way of doing it. Same case, if you want the authors, by authors, you click on authors, you can also export it as well, right? Click on export, then you can get all the authors in there. All right, like what I just did. Export, then it's there. When you open the file, then you also have your authors here, right? Everything is there. Okay, everything is there. I actually find doing the Scopus, you know, by authors, by countries, is actually much easier as compared to using Bibliometrics, right? Because Bibliometrics sometimes is a bit tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, as this is a hands-on one, shall we ask any one participant to share the screen and do it, and you can review it for the last 10 minutes only?
Can let me run through very quickly first. All right.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So when you go to documents, most global cited documents, is loading. You can click run. It's lagging. Maybe let me try to refresh it first. It's okay, let me try to run again. Leave your shiny. Okay. Data. Import load. Import raw files. Scopus. Browser. Choose the file. Scopus Metaverse. Start. Conversion in progress. So once you have this, right, actually it's a matter of just playing, you know, clicking here, clicking there, just to play around. All right, so again, we go to overview, annual scientific production, we click plus, right? Sources, most relevant sources, we run it. Once the result is out, we click plus. Okay, and let's say now we also want to look at, let's say, clustering by coupling, right? So we click run, let it run. To this bibliographic coupling, it tells you here, right? In the table, it tells you which articles are in which clusters and so on, right? So then you can see, right, the themes that are here, right? So you have metaverse tourism, virtual reality, you have metaverse hospitality tourism, you have visit intention, you have certain countries, Scandinavian countries here, and so on, right? So if you want to report, you can just add to results. But if you don't want to, you can look at the others, like conceptual structure, co-occurrence network. You can also click play and see. This one a little bit more meaningful because here you can see, the keywords are here, right? So in red color, you have all the technologies for metaverse, right? In the green color here, you have a lot on tourism related. In the purple color here is more about marketing. See, consumption, marketing, retailing. The brown color one is on heritage tourism. The blue color here is on ecotourism. And then the orange part here is a lot about immersion, right? So very clear cut, you know, you have different clusters. Here, each color represents a cluster. Okay, so if you want the details, just click on plus. just click on plus. If you want to download this, just click on this as well. Okay, so let's say those are the things that you want, and you want the report, so go to report. You go to report. Okay, so I think we clicked too many times. So let's say these are the 3 reports that you want. You want the number of years, you want to look at the journals that are publishing it, and you want to look at the keywords. All right, so you just click export. And then when you open the file, everything's in the file. All right. Yes, everything is in the file. See, per year is there. If you want, the sources are there. So these are the top journals that are there. And then if you want to look at the words are there. So the cluster 1, these are the words in cluster 1, cluster 2, these are the words, cluster 3, and so on. Right? So this is the software output. Okay. What you got to do is to take the software output and turn it into a journal article. In order to look at how a journal article looks like, look at this paper. All right. Look at this paper here, because this paper gives you the step-by-step. See, just now we look at this orange diagram. It is here as well. Okay. Just now we also look at the table to look at the Prisma protocol and the SPA for SR, the considerations here and what you need to put in there. So the table is here as well. Okay. And then, like I said, right, how do you export bibliometric data? Like, for example, if you want to go to Scopus, you click export, you save in CSV, you know, the number of documents are there, select documents for export, and then label export file. Every step is there in this paper here. So as long as you have this paper, print it out, keep it beside you. Okay, it tells you the step by step. Even Web of Science, it's here as well. All right, Web of Science is here, Scopus is here. Okay, if you want to combine it, the steps to combine is also here. See, download the software, tells you, open the software, go to whatever not, right? What is the command? Everything is here. Okay, so just follow will do. Right? But what I wanted to show you is, you see, this diagram here is also here, so don't worry. What I wanted to show you is this, right? So the software can tell you the publications per year and the citations per year. But you don't want to use the actual software output. Why? The actual software output only gives you a graph, but it doesn't give you the number. So what you can do is that you can create your own graph based on total publication and total citation. So this graph that you create yourself is actually much better than the software output. And that's what journal wants. Journal don't want the software output. Journal want to see that you can actually turn the software output into something more meaningful. So this is an example of what you can do. All right. So the best way to do it is to follow whatever that is being shown here, follow here. All right. Go with the recommendation. All right. What else? If we want to look at the most cited papers, you know, from the Bibliometrics, we can actually download it, you know, the global cited documents. Then you can actually have it. Then put it into this format. All right. The software won't give you in this format. The software will give you the details. They may give you the author, article, and year. They may give you an article title, but they don't give you a journal title. So it's your job to go and find those information back in the original Scopus file. Okay. So what else? Look at this. All right. Look at this. In one table, you have the top journals, the top authors, the top institution, and the top country all together, right? They may only give you, for example, Buhalis, D, but it's your job to go and find out what is the author's full name. How do you find out author's full name? Go and find in the original Scopus file where Buhalis comes in, look at the article title, go and search on Google Scholar. That's how you can find the original article. And by finding the original article, that's how you find out the author's full name. Right? So my preference is always to put the author's full name because it gives them a lot of respect. Okay? But this is how you can do it. Many times when people do bibliometric analysis, they always come out one table for journals, one table for authors, one table for institution, one table for country. But that is 4 different tables. So the question is, why use so many tables when you can only use one table and present it like that, right? So therefore, my suggestion is that when you run the reports and you download the reports, take the information from there and put it into a table that looks like in the journal article. All right. So to put it simply, if you want to publish in an A category journal, then follow exactly how authors of A category journal create their tables. All right. And when they create the tables, usually they take the software output and put into the tables themselves. The software doesn't give them this exact table. The software will give them one Excel sheet on journals, one Excel sheet on authors, one Excel sheet on institution, one Excel sheet on countries. But the authors are the one that put it into the data themselves, right? So learn this trick, right? Learn this trick. Then you will realize, for example, co-citation analysis, right? That you can see panel A here is the output from Biblioshiny, right? Doesn't look so good as compared to panel B that looks at the output from VOS Viewer. So VOS Viewer gives you the entire reference. So it's much easier to use VOS Viewer for co-citation analysis than Biblioshiny, because Biblioshiny only gives you this Kim.j, right? Kim.j may have co-authors, but the co-authors are not there, right? But this is the output from Biblioshiny, which I do not recommend, right? So my recommendation is to use Biblioshiny when it gives you output that is easy to see, all right? So in this article here, I use a combination of Biblioshiny and VOS Viewer, all right? I will run VOS Viewer in a bit, all right? But let me show you this article first, okay? Sometimes you have certain words that perhaps are plural and singular and you want to combine them. So this is how you combine them, all right? This is the thesaurus file that you can create. So just follow this, how the format is, and then you'll be okay, all right? All the steps are there, see? All the steps are there. Download R, RStudio, open R, install packages, library, Biblioshiny. These are things that we talked about just now, right? So every step is there. And then you have your co-citation clusters. So put it in this format. When you download ready, put it in the format, okay? Same case, you can put, this is from VOS Viewer, all right? I will run very quickly. It's just a few clicks of a button only, okay? VOS Viewer as well, you know, keywords are here. This one is bibliographic coupling. You can put the picture there if you want to, and so on, all right? Keywords, you see, keywords. The keywords, the occurrences, the citations, the average publication year, right? So just follow, right? How to write, also just follow. You look at here, right? Keyword concurrent cluster 2 is called Immersive Technologies and Responsible Development of Metaverse. So it tells you everything, right? So how you write is to follow exactly how it was written in this article. Then you won't go wrong, okay? Same case, bibliographic coupling, tables are here. Just put it in nicely like what you see on screen, right? A lot of times you have to go back to the original article, search in Google Scholar to get the full details. Get the full details of the full title, the full authors, the journal title, and so on, okay? Because the software output only gives you a hint, right? But it gives you according to the clusters really. So that's what you're going to do. And then at the end, what you do is this. You can map the clusters. So the keyword clusters are here. You can map to the bibliographic coupling clusters. You explain what is the focus of the map clusters, what are the theoretical implications, managerial implications, policy implications. So this is like a summary, right? So this is what you can actually do. So don't worry, this document I will send over later on, or you can download by yourself. I will send the info pack after this, and then you can actually get the info pack, right? So don't worry, everything step by step is in this document over here, okay? Now, the last one before I open up for questions is VOS Viewer, okay? So to look at VOS Viewer, don't worry about the steps. If you can remember, it's okay, it's good. If you cannot remember, it's okay, because just now the article has all the steps there, right? So what you do is you select the second one here, create a map based on bibliographic data, right? Click the second one, create this, click next, read bibliographic data from database file, which is Scopus, click next, go to the Scopus tab, click Scopus here, and search for the Scopus file just now. right, which is in your downloads. All right, download Scopus file here. Click OK. Go to next. Okay, so let's say if I want to know co-occurrence of author keywords. All right, I click next. So here you have threshold here. What is the threshold? You can click 5 occurrences, or if you want to reduce to 4, it's also possible. Then you have 20 keywords, right? So the idea is to get about 20 to 30 keywords to come up with the clusters, right? So here, there is no fixed threshold. It can be 4, it can be 3, it can be 2. Let's say if you have 2, what might happen is that you must have 72 keywords, quite a lot of keywords, right? Usually about 20 to 30 is fine. So just now we had about, let's say 4, about 20 keywords, all right? So that's good. We click next, everything is there, we click finish. Okay, and then you have this, right? You have the metaverse technologies in there, you have the sustainable stuff in there, you have the virtual reality, blockchain, and so on. All right. So if you want to get the details of this, you just click save. All right, save over here. Network file, CSV. Okay, so they just call this keyword occurrence. Right, you click OK. Click OK. When you go back to your downloads, you have the keyword occurrence file there. Double click that, and then the file will open. No, this one is not the right file. Something is wrong. Just give me a moment. Let me rerun it again. Save map file, CSV, keyword occurrence. Let's open it up again. Give it a moment. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so you have all the keywords here. Clusters are here. So what do? You select the first row, and then you have the filter. Create the filter, and then what you do is you select everything, and then you click sort, custom sort by cluster. Right, cluster is smallest to largest. You can also add another level, which is, let's say, average citations, or let's say occurrences. Right, occurrences largest to smallest. So the keyword that appears the most goes at the top. Right, so let's click OK. There you see here. Right, this one here is all in the first cluster and is arranged based on the number of occurrences. Okay, and then this is second cluster, this is the third cluster, and then this is the last cluster. Right, so then you can convert this information into what you see in the table in this document here. Right, so let's see the keyword occurrence table just now. Yeah, here. You have the keyword, you have the occurrence in this cluster, cluster 1, every citation, every publication year. Just extract the information out here. Right, so here, let's say is links, we don't want that. Total links, we don't want that. Occurrences, we want. Okay, so let's say we delete these two, and this is occurrences, so we type occurrences. And then here is your average publication year. Right, and then here what you have this average citations. Okay, this one here, normalized citation, you don't want that. All right, so average citation is enough. Yeah, so then you just, that X and Y is things that you don't want as well. Right, so let's say we delete this off. Then there you go. You have your keywords that you can have, co-occurrences, average publication year, average citations, and then you turn it into the article format in this manner. Right, so that's basically how you go about doing it. Right, so I'll stop sharing my screen now. I know there's a lot of questions in the chat, so I'll stop sharing my screen. Okay, so that is basically how it is for bibliometric analysis. It is very easy because you download the data from Scopus. You just put it into the software, whether it's Bibliometrics or whether it's in VOS Viewer. You click a few buttons, all the analysis results are there. All right. And when you look at the analysis result, it's not perfect, it's raw, but what you're going to do is to sort and filter it and extract the information to make it look like how it looks like in the journal paper. All right. And again, I must emphasize this. If you want to publish in an A category paper, then you must come up with a table that looks like an A category paper. And to come up with a table that looks like A category paper is not to use the software output as it is, but to extract out the information from the software output to look at the journal paper. Then you'll be okay. How to write? Follow the journal paper as well. They wrote it in descriptively, you wrote descriptively. They wrote it critically, you wrote it critically. Okay, so that's all I would share. And again, I must say that while the process looks easy, the process is also very tedious, meaning that you have to do multiple times. All right, multiple times, because each analysis is one time, and then extract it out one by one. So it's very tedious, but it saves you a lot of hassle. So I'll give you one trick. If let's say you want to look at the cluster, you want to describe a cluster, all right? And in each cluster, there are articles there. What do? You can always copy the title of the article in each cluster. You can also copy the abstract of those articles, all right? You can go and Google Scholar it. Copy the abstract of each article, put it into ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, for each article, can you summarize the key findings in one line and make this into one paragraph to describe this cluster? You can actually do that. That will help you to also understand the theme of the cluster, as well as to get a good summary of that cluster, of how things interconnect over there. Okay. Another trick is to explain the earliest article to the latest article, right? So earliest article that was published to the latest article, most recent article that was published. So you move from older to new, all right? Again, if you are not sure, we have AI these days. AI can help you to do that, all right? So use AI to help you out. All right, so I think that's all for today, but let me now look at the chat box to see whether there are any questions that I could answer, right? Okay, I see that there's a WhatsApp group, so I think the organizers will add you to the group later on. There's also attendance list. Organizer will also do that. I do see some about RStudio that is very slow. Yes, again, as you can see from my screen just now, RStudio is very slow, but it's okay. Just be patient, wait for it. All right, because when you look at the RStudio software, the thing is still running. Right? And once it finishes running, then the web browser, your Google Chrome or your Mozilla Firefox, will then show the bibliometrics over there. Okay? Then again, if you encounter any issue, don't worry. Right? Sometimes it's the software problem. All right? The software might have problem. So if there is software problem, what do? For performance analysis, you can still rely on the Scopus itself. Because remember, Scopus have the analyze function. In the analyze function, it also tells you the same thing. It tells you which are the articles per year. It tells you which are the top authors, which are the top countries, top institutions, top journals. Scopus also tell you. So if you encounter a situation where the software has a bug and cannot run, it's okay. Get the information from Scopus. Also, I've also taught you VOS Viewer. Same few clicks of a button, it can run co-citation, it can run bibliographic coupling, it can run keyword concurrence analysis. Just select the function there, and then the result will come out. And then you save the result, and then you can actually come up with the output like what it looks like in the journal paper. Right? You must extract it out manually from the Excel file that you save. Right? So I've given you alternatives. For performance analysis, you have alternatives, which is bibliometrics and Scopus analysis. For science mapping, you have bibliometrics as well as VOS Viewer. So you have two options over there, right? Which option to go? Entirely up to you. It's your personal preference, okay? All right, so attendance link is there. So do click attendance link to take your attendance. The video session link, the organizers will also give, so don't worry about that. I will also give you
that we will give it, sir.
Yeah, I will also give you the info pack later on, so don't worry. Okay.
Yeah, please give it, sir. I will share it with them. And meanwhile, I shared all the DOIs of the paper which you have mentioned to me.
Yeah, don't worry. I will share the full info pack. I will send it to the WhatsApp after this so that you can share with all the participants. So they don't have to go to each paper, download one by one. I will give you the entire thing. So don't worry.
Yeah. I think we have completed more than 1.5 hours. It has gone.
Yes.
Thank you, Professor Lim.
All right.
Thank you, Professor Lim, for the insightful and highly valuable session. So your expertise and guidance have greatly enriched our understanding. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. See you. Take care. All the very best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Lim. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. So participants, I think we gave you some overview about what was happening here. And if you feel little tough to carry out the coding and everything, don't worry. We'll give you the pre-coded of everything. Tomorrow, before the commencement of the session, we will just have a small practical session for first 10 to 15 minutes. Then we can go out with the tomorrow session. We'll have a run through of the session, what we had today. And doing it as a practically, it is in your hand. So we'll prepare folders. We'll give all the pre-coded codes. You can run it there. Okay. So any doubts, you can open up. And Professor Anu, you can just post the attendance here now.
Yeah, the attendance link is already posted in chat box. Kindly fill it immediately. So we request.
Please post it again also. Okay.
Yeah, it's posted again.
Okay. I also posted it again. If participants want to say anything, you can just come out.
See, recordings, we have to edit it since the file size is too big or too high. So we need some time for that. Once the editing is done, means we'll share the recording with all the participants. We'll be sharing a Google Drive link with all the folders with the resource persons. So inside that, whatever they have taught during the sessions, all the materials will be available. Okay. Kindly let us know if you have any other queries. You can drop your messages in the WhatsApp. We'll definitely address it. VOS viewer installation guideline is already available in WhatsApp group. Kindly, you can pick the link from there. Google Drive link for all the resources will be shared, okay, after the session, after the FDP or on the last day of FDP. Since we have to edit the video files. Other materials, we'll try to share the link by tomorrow itself for today's session.
Don't worry, whatever Professor Lim and Venugopal has done, tomorrow we can do for some 10-15 minutes first and then we can go ahead. Okay? So anything to say? You can unmute and say, otherwise we can close the session.
See, we have not muted you guys, okay? You have to just unmute yourself and talk.
No. In between, as a host, I have unmuted all the participants because there were some disruptions. Later, I go.
But during the Q&A session, we have disabled and you were able to talk, okay? So kindly unmute yourself and talk.
So thank you, Madam and Sir. It was a very good session.
Thank you, this organized team for arranging this type of
information
program. And really, it's excellent. And definitely, it is used to our research. But a few of gap we are facing the problems. So the resource person is going at very speed, and we are
I know
able
after
to.
tomorrow you will become very capable.
Okay, sir.
No, don't worry, sir. Actually, this is a big area. They are making it in 1.5 hours. And please don't worry that this bibliometric analysis was in another day. Professor Murugan from University of Hyderabad is going to have a continuing session with this. Okay, with that we will have practical. Okay.
Thank you, sir. The session was very good.
Thank you very much. And we are trying to do the better. The only thing is we can make it practical little in the coming days. That being the first day, we have to allow them to take the session, then only a practical. Maybe from tomorrow onwards, we'll make it more practical.
And one more clarification, that breakout session was just for practice, okay? Since we have more participants and it was very difficult for the speaker to go and see all the cross-check and all the breakout rooms. That's why we closed it, okay? But you are free to practice by your own. And if you have any queries, please do let us know. We are ready to help. Okay, so
Madam,
breakout
if it is,
is for practice session. Okay, it's not for assessment. Kindly understand that.
Madam, if it is better, if you are going to share all the related documents by tomorrow
Yes, sir. We
afternoon.
will organize it and we will send you. Okay.
Except a Google Drive
Yeah,
related
for
video. If you're
today's
everything
session.
you're sharing means it is better to go with that experimental related things
Sure,
from
sir.
our side before
Yeah,
coming to the third session. That's why.
Sure, sir. For today's
Yeah.
session, whatever materials or whatever content they covered, we'll try to share it by tomorrow. Tomorrow before noon.
Yeah, you can share the Google Drive link from that we can access.
Sure. We'll drop
based
a
on day
message in
one.
the WhatsApp group
Yeah.
once we
Thank
receive
you.
all the files from the resource persons.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Something to add.
Good
I have
evening,
attended more many Atal FTPs, but this one is the best FTP and very insightful. Thank you so much for organizing.
Thank you for the valuable feedback, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to add up with the same. Like it in the short time, it is very informative. So I didn't expect that within short time everything could be covered, like run from coding to other words like other side on bibliographic metric. It's totally amazing that you have chosen the topic like this. So first
Yes,
of all, I
yes.
thank the organizer for doing the same for
Thank you.
this short time.
Thank
Yeah,
We'll
thank
have
you.
practical process. We'll have
Yes,
few
yes,
practical sessions in the coming days. Being the
correct.
first day, it might be little difficult for few people, but they will
Yes, yes.
become they will accustom to it. Okay.
Yes. Today itself, like mostly like we couldn't able to go out, out of the FDP that what we are lagging like not like that. It is like inside it and what we have to do. That is what most of the people were trying to do. So that's why they are saying that we couldn't able to come up. So they want to do it. They
Yeah.
want to feel that. So that is what they are requesting actually.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you very much, Professor Nirmala Devi.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we'll close for the day. And thank you very much for all your
Thank you so
patience.
much.
And
Have
if
a
you
nice
have
day.
any queries, please do post it in the WhatsApp. We'll address it and kindly fill the attendance form now itself. We'll be closing all the attendance for today's both the sessions by 10 p.m. So we request all the participants to fill the attendance as soon as possible. Since we have only 3 questions.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, Dr.
Yes,
Ram.
We will get it from WhatsApp or mail. Attendance.
Attendance link is already posted in chat box. I'll post again.
ನಂಗೇನ್ ಬೇಡ ರೈಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು
I
ನೋಡ
can't hear you, ma'am.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ರೇಟ್ದು
Just a minute. Professor Manoj, you can unmute yourself.
ರೈಸ್ ತರಬೇಕು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ರೇಟ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡು ರೈಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳು ಪನ್ನೀರು ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಆತರ
The attendance link is again posted in chat box.
So attendance will be only in the chat box. It won't be posted in WhatsApp. So
Because we are going to close it by 10 p.m. So kindly fill the attendance link for both the sessions. See, regarding examination, we'll give an overview tomorrow, okay, how the pattern will be. Before the beginning of the session, we will give an overview on how the MCQs will be. Generally, it will be for 20 to 30 minutes, but we'll give you a detailed overview by tomorrow. Any other queries? Okay, then thank you everyone for joining for today's session. Let's connect again tomorrow So kindly try logging in just 10 minutes prior for the session so that you don't face any other network issues or laptop loading issues. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Yeah.
Thank you. Good night.
So I'm just ending the FDP for all. Hope everyone have took the link.